Alrighty, folks. We are ready to rock and roll. Suggs, Bain, Da Silva, Paulo, and Carter Jr. on the floor for the Orlando Magic. Pistons are rolling out their usual starting five. Cade Cunningham, Tobias Harris, Asar Thompson, Jalen Duren, and company ready to rock and roll, man. This is going to be a very good, close, competitive basketball game. The Pistons were about a 5.5-point favorite heading into this game. The Magic, who could be a very sneaky team come playoff time in April. They got Paolo Banchero, who's a legit superstar in the NBA or in the works of it, of becoming one, two former number one overall picks facing off against each other. Cade Cunningham versus Paolo Banchero. You got to keep in mind also, the Magic made a big move this offseason. They got Desmond Bane, Franz Wagner coming back in a couple weeks for them. This is a scary, good, underrated basketball team that the Pistons are going to be facing tonight. Jump ball is underway here, and the Magic take control here. Jalen Suggs at the top of the key, ready to kick things off here. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Paolo Banchero at the top of the key on the right wing, working against Asar Thompson, finds Carter against Jalen Duren at the top of the key here. Carter looking to set the screen here for Bane. Bane rolls off it. Mid-range jump shot for Bane. It is up and in. And the Magic have their first points of the basketball game. Magic 2, Pistons 0. 11:30 left to play in the first quarter. Asar Thompson at the top of the key here, working against Desmond Bane. Duren sets the screen. He rolls off it. Duren gets it back, finds Cade, working against Paulo one-on-one, finds Duren inside against Carter Jr. on the right block. Left-handed hook shot is off the mark, boarded by the Magic. Desmond Bane in transition kicks it out to Suggs from the corner for three. That is off the mark. It's going to be boarded by Paulo. Paulo working inside. It's going to be swatted away by Asar Thompson. Now they're going to call a shooting foul on Asar, and Paulo is going to go to the free throw line. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. What's going on, Wesley? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, bro. Very good basketball game we got tonight, folks. I think this could come down to the very last shot. Again, the Pistons have had their struggles on the road this season here. Magic are home. They got a healthy, getting slowly healthy back into their core here with, again, Suggs, Bane, Paolo Banchero, obviously. Carter Jr. is a solid big. This is a very good basketball team that I don't think anybody's going to want to face come the first round in April. So the Magic take a 3-0 lead here. Paulo at the free throw line. Paulo is averaging about 22 points a game and about 8.5 rebounds. Paulo at the free throw line. Second free throw is on the way. It's a 4-0 lead for the Orlando Magic. Jamal Mosley in his 5th season as the Magic head coach. He's done a pretty good job turning this team around. Cade Cunningham at the top of the key, working against Da Silva. Sar sets the screen. Cade rolls off it, finds Duren underneath. Duren puts up a layup, and it falls, and the Pistons get on the board for their first basket of the game here. Suggs kicks it across here to Desmond Bane. Bane rolls inside, outside now to Carter. Carter working inside against Paulo. Stripped away by the Pistons. Cade on the fast break here. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. It looks like it was off Cade's foot. And it's going to be Magic basketball for a turnover. What's going on? Arcade Claus, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me know who's here in the chat, guys. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in on this Sunday afternoon here. It looks like JB Bickerstaff might be challenging this play here. Cade claimed that the ball was last touched by the Magic on the fast break here. Let's take another look at this here. The ball goes off. Yeah, Cade's going to win this challenge. It looked like the ball was poked away by Bane, and it was last touched by Da Silva. So Cade immediately looked at JB Bickerstaff. He wanted him the challenge. They're going to a commercial break to take a look at this challenge here, but it looks like Cade is going to win his case here. What's going on, Ross? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Pistons 2, Magic 4 to kick things off here in the NBA tonight, man. A couple months away from the NBA playoffs, man. About a month and a half away, because it usually starts about mid-April. Looking forward to seeing if the Pistons can continue their dominance in the Eastern Conference. Again, like I just said, though, I think the Orlando Magic is one of those opponents where you got to be very careful about, because you got scoring, you got three-point shooting. I think Desmond Bane, who did struggle for the Magic this season, I think they gave up like 3 or 4 first-round picks to get this guy from Memphis. He is starting to come into his groove now. He's an excellent player for the Magic and this young core as well. Franz Wagner, another guy who was, I believe, an all-star last year or the year beforehand. He's going to get back from injury, and this is a team that a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference are going to pay attention to, because you could potentially see either a 2 versus a 7 matchup. The Magic could get the 8 seed. They could be in the play-in tournament. A lot of basketball left to play for, but if I'm the 2 seed, if I'm the Knicks or the Celtics, if one of those gets the 2 seed and the Magic get the 7, that's going to be a very, very good first-round matchup. So, good stuff, man. Yeah, that was a great game for the Pistons. Pistons won in overtime against the Cleveland Cavaliers. That went down to the wire. Dennis Jenkins made some clutch 3 free throws for us, and that was awesome, putting the team on his back. And you saw what happened, like when Cade Cunningham got out of the game in foul trouble. Duren stepped up. The Pistons starters helped him out, and it just goes to show that everybody's got each other's backs, no matter who is out there for the Pistons. What's going on? Kali, is that how you say it? Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you stopping in here, dude. Khaaalib. What's going on? Khalib, thank you for being here. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Welcome to the show. Magic 4, Pistons 2. Currently in a commercial break right now. Basically, the Pistons are challenging this, and I think they're going to win the challenge. Cade was on a fast break here, and the ball was deflected out of bounds. The ref said it was last touched by Cade, but it's overturned here, and the ball looked like it was last touched by Da Silva's shoe, Yeah, it was off his right foot. So the Pistons are going to keep their timeout here and get the basketball back. Cade at the top of the key finds Duncan Robinson. Robinson looking to find Tobias on the left corner here, working against Jalen Suggs. Tobias looking to back down Suggs on the right block here. Tobias Harris, turnaround jump shot is off the mark. He puts it up again. It's off the mark again. Desmond Bane gets the rebound. Up to Suggs in transition on the right wing here. Finds Desmond Bane at the top of the key, working against Ausar Thompson. Ausar nearly poked it away. Bane gets it back, though. Outside to Da Silva. Da Silva working inside. Good defense from the Pistons. Now they're going to call a foul away from the basketball. Looks like on Duncan Robinson. So, couple interesting possessions here to start this game. Magic 4, Pistons 2. Appreciate you stopping into the stream, guys. Welcome to the show, and we are ready to rock and roll, man. Welcome in. 10:06 left to play here in the first quarter. Welcome to the party, guys. Magic miss a 3. They're going to be back in business, though, for the Pistons down the stretch here on the left side here. Ausar Thompson kicks it across here to Cade Cunningham. Cade in transition finds Duncan Robinson right back to Cade at the top of the key, working against Carter. Cade looking to dance on Carter inside the paint. Turnaround shot for Cade is off the mark. Ausar is there for the rebound, though. Kicks it back out to Tobias Harris. He tries a 3 of his own. That's off the mark. Boarded by Paolo. Paolo working in transition here against the Pistons. Paolo goes all the way to the rim. Right-handed layup is up and in. 6-2 basketball game. Magic and Pistons to kick things off here. Cade with the basketball on the right wing, working against Paolo. Cross-court pass to Tobias. Tobias working inside, outside to Cade Cunningham. Cade looking to get some separation here. He's double-teamed by Suggs and Paolo. Good defense from the Magic. Here comes a 3-on-1 fast break. Suggs lobs it up to Da Silva for the slam. 9:09 left to play here in the first quarter. Magic taking 8-2 lead. Ausar Thompson looking to push it here for the Pistons. Finds Jalen Duren at the top of the key. Duren with the basketball looking to get something set up here. Duren working against Carter one-on-one here. Kicks it back out to Ausar on the right wing. Finds Cade Cunningham. Cade working against Desmond Bane. Cade trying to dance on Bane. Inside here, right-handed layup is off the mark. They are going to say, is it a foul? I believe they're going to call a foul on Desmond Bane. So Cade's going to go to the free throw line. Try and knock these free throws down. What's going on, MSU fan? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, that was a good win for Michigan State. I was a little nervous because Indiana had a lot to play for in that game, and I thought they maybe might upset the Spartans, but that was a good win from Tom Izzo. This is March. Michigan and Michigan State both have solid teams this year, so it's going to be fun for basketball in the state of Michigan. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Welcome to the party. What's going on, Super Morty, man? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How many boards does Paulo get? That's a great question. What's going on, Thomas? What's going on? Yeah, Rutgers for senior night, and then Michigan State to close out the regular season. Cade knocks down both free throws. 8-4 basketball game. Magic up by 4. Yeah, Carson Cooper, the senior. Yeah, he's been having a solid year for Michigan State. Suggs kicks it out to Desmond Bane, working against Ausar Thompson. Carter sets the screen. Bane rolls off it. It's going to be basically lost out of bounds by Desmond Bane. A turnover for the Magic, and the Pistons are going to get it back here. 8:35 left to play in the first quarter. Magic 8, Pistons 4. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. It's free. It helps out the streams. Tobias Harris working against the Silva. Goes to his left inside. Count the bucket and the foul for Mr. Tobias Harris. Sorry, my computer had a seizure. Count the bucket and the foul for Tobias Harris on the left block. Every now and then, my PC will, like, randomly spaz out and have, like, a panic attack. So you guys might have missed it. But Tobias went to the rim. He does get the bucket and the foul. Tobias looking to get the three-point play here to cut it down to 1. Tobias at the free throw line. He knocks down the free throw. 8:27 left to play in the first quarter. Magic up by 1. Jalen Suggs at the top of the key here. No substitutions yet by either team so far. Paolo kicks it across to Desmond Bane, working against Cade Cunningham on the left wing. Asar trying to battle against Paolo. Forces a turnover. Now they're going to say it was last touch out of bounds by Asar. Good defense from Asar, but it looked like he was kind of an awkward poke away to where Asar was kind of being boxed out almost by Paolo on the left out of bounds. And Asar touched it a little bit too fast before coming back into the court. So it's going to be Magic basketball here. Appreciate you guys will stop and what's going on. Tay, how you doing? Welcome to the party, guys. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Good deal. All right, 8:11 left to play in the first quarter. Magic looking to inbound the basketball here. The New York Knicks had a big win over the San Antonio Spurs earlier, 114-89. So 25-point win is that's a pretty big statement win for the New York Knicks, considering the fact that the Spurs were kind of on a hot streak earlier. We're going to have to really pay attention to see if the Knicks can turn it up a notch when it comes to the postseason, because they've had their flaws in the regular season here. Don't really know about Karl-Anthony Towns just yet. Carter working inside to De Silva. De Silva slams it down for the Magic. 10-7 basketball game. 8:03 left to play in the first quarter. Tobias Harris kicks it off to Asar Thompson on the right wing, working against Desmond Bane. Duncan Robinson gets it, working against De Silva, outside to Asar Thompson. Asar goes inside here. Mid-range jump shot is off the mark. Teams are letting him shoot that mid-range jump shot. Not really been contested much this season so far. Paolo goes inside, try to get it to Carter for the backdoor find. It's going to be out of bounds, last touch by the Magic, and the Pistons get it back off of the turnover. 7:41 left to play in the first quarter. Magic 10, Pistons 7. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Hopefully you guys are having a good weekend. Happy Sunday, everyone. Cade Cunningham to full court here, looking to get something set up for the Pistons offense here. Cade at the top of the key finds Duncan Robinson coming off the screen. He puts up a 3. That's off the mark, boarded by Carter. Outside to Paolo Banchero. Paolo with the basketball at the top of the key, working one-on-one against Cade Cunningham. Paolo goes to his right, bothered by Cade. Try to get it back out to Desmond Bane. Gets it back to him. Bane with the basketball. Outside to De Silva. Bothered by Tobias Harris. Goes to his left baseline. Puts it up and in. 12-7 basketball game. Magic take a 5-point lead. Tobias Harris has it for the Pistons. Upside to Jalen Duren. Goes all the way to the rim. Puts up a floater that's off the mark. Asar tried to slam it home. It's going to be off the mark, though. Magic looking to push it in transition. Bane going all the way to the basket. Blocked by Asar Thompson. Cade has it in transition on the fast break. One-on-one. Drives and slams to the rim. 12-9 basketball game. Great defense from Asar to set that up for a Cade dunk. Paolo Banchero working inside here. Poked away by Tobias Harris. Cade comes up with it. Cade working inside here. Goes all the way to the rim. It's going to be poked out of bounds by the Magic. And the Pistons are going to get it back out of bounds here. The Magic's record is 31-27. Pistons right now are 44-14. Again, they are one of 4 teams in the NBA that have the Phil Jackson rule, meaning they hit 40 wins before they hit 20 losses. And according to his rule, like the 90% of like the last 40 champs have hit that criteria. So we'll see if that comes to fruition this season here. Jalen Duren at the top of the key working against Carter. Duren has it. Spin moves inside here. Left-handed shot is off the mark. Duren trying to fight for the rebound. It's going to say it was last touch by the Magic. Duren wanted a foul. He's not going to get it. So the Pistons have it here down the stretch, looking to potentially tie with a 3-point shot here. About halfway through the first quarter, Magic 12, Pistons 9. All right, Pistons out of bounds. Duncan Robinson looking to inbound here. Finds Tobias Harris on the left corner here, working against De Silva. Tobias looking to square up here. Goes to his left. Inside baseline jump shot is good. 12-11 basketball game. And the Magic get it back here up by 1 with 6:05 left to play in the first quarter. Paolo Banchero working against Tobias Harris at the top of the key, looking to direct the offense here. Suggs sets a down screen here. Carter actually checks into the game for the Magic. Paolo puts up a shot that's off the mark, and I believe Paolo's going to go to the free throw line. Another foul called on Duncan Robinson. All right. Good stuff, guys. Appreciate you guys will stop into the stream. Welcome to the support. Welcome to the show. Thanks for your support. On the floor for the Pistons, you got Tobias Duran, Cade Asar, and Karis LeVert. Magic have Paolo Da Silva, Carter Jr., Javon Carter, and Jet Howard on the floor for the Magic. So a couple quick fouls on Duncan Robinson. Again, I've said it all season long. Pistons have had their struggles from the three-point line. It all starts with Duncan Robinson. If Duncan Robinson goes cold in the first half, you're looking at LeVert, Jenkins. We're going to get Beef Stew back this Tuesday against the Cavaliers. This is his final game of his suspension that he's facing before we get him back in the lineup on Tuesday, and that's going to add some more defense to the Pistons. Paolo misses the second free throw. He does get the first one, thus it's a 13-11 basketball game. Cade at the top of the key working against Carter Jr. Cade stops on a dime, pulls up from the three. It's off the mark. Duran goes to try and tap it in. Pinballs around to Asar Thompson. Asar looking to reset here for the Pistons against Da Silva on the right wing. Finds Jalen Duran, poked away by Da Silva. Duran gets it back here, going one-on-one against Paolo. Again, the ball is still flying underneath the paint. The Magic eventually get it up. Paolo goes inside, goes all the way to the hole. It's going to be blocked by Asar Thompson, but Cade had it for a foul. I believe they're going to get that on Cade or Asar. They're going to call Asar Thompson for that foul, so Paolo's going to go to the free throw line. Appreciate you guys. I'll stop into the show. Welcome to the party, guys. Welcome in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Thanks again to the members of the show. If you guys want to become a Carson Shear Show member supporter, it's a couple bucks a month. You guys get to help support me in the streams. You get the cool loyalty badges and the emotes. It is in the description of the stream, and it's also in the comment section as well. Magic hit the first free throw. Appreciate you guys will stop into the stream. What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good time. So Paolo is at the line. Knocks down the first free throw. He's already been here like 3 times to start this game in the first quarter. Paolo knocks it down. 15-11 basketball game. Yeah, having a good time. There we go. All right. 15-11, Magic take a 4-point lead. Appreciate you guys will stop in and like and subscribe if you guys are new. Welcome. Cade with the basketball, drives inside here. Right-handed layup is up and in. Down to a 2-point basketball game. Magic 15, Pistons 13. 5:07 left to play in the first quarter. Da Silva has it. Try to get it backdoor to Carter. It's going to be stolen away by Cade Cunningham. Cade looking up the floor here. Stops in a dime in transition. Kicks it out to Tobias. Tobias in the left corner working against Paolo. Looking to set it up again. Cade against Javon Carter. Top of the key here. Cade's asking for a screen from Ron Holland. He gets it. Goes to his right. Switches off to Da Silva. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Stops on the dime. Pulls up from 3. That's off the mark. It's boarded by Paolo. Paolo in transition for the Magic. 4:30 left to play in the first quarter. Outside here to Howard. Howard gets it back to Paolo. Paolo working against Karis LeVert on the left wing. Paolo is 6'10". One of the hardest guys, in my opinion, to defend because he can shoot anywhere on the floor. He has a handle, and his size is hard to defend inside the paint if he drives right at you. So the Magic are in the bonus. Karis LeVert picks up a foul, and Paolo is going to go again to the free throw line. That's his 3rd or 4th attempt at the line so far in the first quarter. Magic are already in the bonus here. Paolo at the free throw line. Free throw is up and in. 16-13 basketball game. Aiden has the Magic. Nice. It should be a good game. Desmond Bane checking in for the Magic here. Da Silva steps out. Yeah, this is going to be Paolo's 8th free throw attempted so far in the first quarter. He usually averages about 7 attempts a game. He already has his season average in 1 quarter so far. 17-13 basketball game. Magic are in the bonus. Knocks down both free throws. Cade has it with 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Karis LeVert working against Carter at the top of the key. Finds Jalen Duran off to Cade Cunningham against Paolo. Working inside to Jalen Duran. Goes all the way to the hole and lays it up and in. 17-15 basketball game, 4:05 left to play in the first quarter. Carter has it to Paolo. Paolo working against Tobias Harris on the right wing. Thought about a three. Kicks it off to Javon Carter. Outside to Desmond Bane against Karis LeVert. Top of the key, one-on-one. Bane drives inside here, trying to get it backdoor to Carter. Carter misses the shot. It's picked up by Ron Holland. Finds Cade in transition for the slam. And we have a tie basketball game. 3:46 left to play in the first quarter, and the Magic take a timeout. Going to a commercial break. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Welcome to the party, folks. Like I said, if this is your first time here, welcome. Hit the follow button. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hopefully you guys are having a good Sunday. Cade Cunningham leading the way. He's got 8 points so far. Tobias is 5. Duran's got 4 points. Paolo has 9 for the Magic. Cade and the Pistons started off a little bit slow, found their groove. It's a tie basketball game. Pistons have been primarily known to finish in the second quarter to the late third and fourth quarters. They usually kind of start off a little bit sluggish, and they kind of find their groove traditionally down the stretch here. But we'll see if they can continue to sustain that long season success. Because, again, the playoffs, whole different atmosphere, especially the three-point shot, right? If it falls and yours doesn't, it's very hard to come back from those deficits, but we shall see. Appreciate you stopping in. Hand, what's going on? How we doing? Welcome to the party, guys. I like all your unique usernames. Good stuff. 17-17. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, again, shout out to the Magic fan tuning in. Shout out to the Pistons fans. I like the Magic a lot, especially with what you guys did with like Penny Hardaway and Shaq years ago when you guys first got started. A lot of good players have walked through the Magic organization, like Tracy McGrady, even him, so if it's not the Pistons, I do root for the Magic in the playoffs. But again, you guys made a bold move going after Desmond Bane this offseason. Multiple first-round picks for him. Hopefully it works out for you guys. You guys are getting Franz Wagner back for you guys, which is a big, big get back, I think in a couple days, I want to say. So, start of March, you got about a month and a half left before the postseason begins. And it's going to be a very, very tight competitive race. In the West, in the East, you got basically, a handful of regular season games left, and then it gets down to where it all matters. So, definitely some good stuff here. All right. Pistons, their next schedule and their next game is going to be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. They have, on Tuesday, it's going to be a road game. Should get James Harden and Donovan Mitchell back. I will not be on the call for that game, but I'll be doing my short report for that. And then the Pistons have an interesting stretch of games after that. They have, let's see, where are they at here? They got the Magic tonight. They just beat the Cavs the other day. And then they're going to face off against San Antonio next Thursday. And then they have the Nets and then the Heat after that. So you're going to look into some other contending teams down the stretch here, like the Timberwolves in a month from now. You got OKC again, LA. Charlotte, I think, could be a very interesting team that could creep up into the 8th seed. That'd be a really good matchup for the Pistons in the first round. So 17-17. Start of the, or back from commercial break. Javon Carter at the top of the key working against Cade Cunningham. Off to Desmond Bane against Ron Holland. Bane driving inside here. Right-handed floater is off the mark. Jonathan Isaac has checked into the game for the Magic. Puts up the shot. It falls. I believe, are they going to get a foul away from the basketball? The bucket counts for Desmond Bane. I think there was a foul away in the act of shooting away from the ball, so they're going to get another free throw here. So Bane's going to go to the free throw line to put the Magic up by 3. What's going on, Weeping? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Weeping is awesome. Appreciate you stopping in. What's going on, Gumby? How you doing? Appreciate you tuning in. What's going on, guys? Everybody rules. Count that, baby, NFL. Shout out George Blaha. Desmond Bane knocks in the free throw. 20-17 basketball game. 3:30 left to play in the first quarter. Paul Reed has also stepped into the on the floor for the Pistons in this game as well. Good to see B-ball Paul Reed get some action. Karis LeVert at the top of the key working against Javon Carter. LeVert looking to set things up here. Finds Cade Cunningham against Paolo. Cade drives to his right, kicks it back out now, goes to his left, stops in a dime. Thought about a mid-range J. It's off to Karis LeVert. He puts up a three from the corner. That's off the mark. Javonte Green's there for the board. He kicks it off to Ron Holland. Misses the three. LeVert gets it back inside to Ron Holland. Goes up with the right hand. It's off the mark. He does get fouled, though, and Ron Holland's going to go to the free throw line. They're going to call a foul on Jonathan Isaac right there. So Holland's going to go to the free throw line. On the floor right now for the Pistons, you got Cade, Paul Reed, Ron Holland, Javonte Green, Karis LeVert. Magic have Desmond Bane, Suggs, Mo Wagner, Jonathan Isaac, and Javon Carter. So Ron Holland at the free throw line knocks in the first free throw. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Like I said, all I ask you guys to do is just be respectful to everybody in the chat. I hate timing people. I hate banning people. So if we can all get along in the chat, that would be very awesome. 2:59 left to play in the first quarter. Ron Holland knocks in both free throws. 20-19 basketball game. Pistons down by 1. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It's free. It helps me out a ton. Welcome to the show, folks. Javon Carter has it working against Karis LeVert. Tries to kick it back out to Desmond Bane. Finds Suggs. Suggs goes to his left inside. Kicks it back out to Wagner. Wagner puts up a three. That's off the mark. Boarded by Paul Reed. Outside to Ron Holland. Finds Javonte Green. Backdoor in transition. Green kicks it back out to Paul Reed. Finds Cade. Wide open for three at the top of the key. That's off the mark. It's boarded by Suggs. Magic have it in transition here with 2:27. He stops up for three and pulls up and knocks in the three. 23-19. Karis LeVert gets it back inside, puts up the layup, and cuts it back down to 2. Looks like Suggs was like celebrating down the floor and forgot to play defense. Had a nice easy layup underneath for the Pistons there. Bane kicks it out to Jonathan Isaac. Isaac works inside against Paul Reed. Goes to his left. Left-handed layup is off the mark. But Paul Reed gets him, though, in the air. And Isaac is going to go to the free throw line. A lot of free throw attempts so far in the first quarter for the Magic. Appreciate you guys will stop into the stream. Welcome to the show. We got Marked Royal. Welcome, buddy. Appreciate you stopping in, Mark. Pretty much good from the three-point line for the last month or so, actually. Yeah, it's one of those things where you kind of have to evaluate and kind of see how the game progresses. And like I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Cade can knock down threes. But again, like I said, it starts with Duncan Robinson. He's the starter on this team that his only job is to shoot threes. So if he gets struggling, then Cade's going to have to stop, get in his rhythm. Javonte Green off the bench, a little bit of Dennis Jenkins, and then Ron Holland occasionally can knock down a three or two. So Magic knocked down the free throw, 24-21 basketball game. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Cade with the basketball, kicks it back out to Ron Holland, gets it back against Jalen Suggs, outside to Karis LeVert. LeVert drives inside, try to get it backdoor to Paul Reed. Bad pass from LeVert. It's a turnover for the Pistons. 24-21, 1:51 left to play in the first quarter. Everybody rules. 1:45 left to play here. Everybody is fantastic. Suggs' turnaround jump shot is off the mark, boarded by Javonte Green. Cade Cunningham with the basketball in transition, working against Javon Carter. Cade goes inside, stops on a dime, goes to his left. Tough finish at the rim. That was a circus shot that Cade had to pull off. It looked like he had to switch hands underneath mid-air and puts it off the window and in to cut it to 1. Bane pulls up from 3. That's off the mark. It's boarded by Javonte Green. Green in transition, finds Karis LeVert, goes to the hole, kicks it out to Ron Holland from the corner for 3. Off the mark, boarded by Jonathan Isaac. Suggs gets it for the Magic in transition here against Paul Reed on the right wing. Suggs goes inside, kicks it out to Bane, finds Wagner, outside to Isaac. He thought about a 3, working inside, gets it back now, goes to the paint and slams it home. 26-23 basketball game. The Pistons are 0 for 8 from the three-point line in this first quarter so far. Paul Reed inbounds to Cade Cunningham. Just under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Cade working against Jalen Suggs at the top of the key here. Magic are in the bonus. Cade goes to his left, gets it to LeVert. LeVert has a down screen set by Paul Reed, kicks it back out to Cade. Cade on the left wing against Wagner. Goes to his left, drives baseline, kicks it out to Javonte Green. Wide open at the top of the key for 3. It's off the mark. Gets his own rebound, though. Cade has it, working against Suggs. Cade pulls up from 3. That's off the mark. Pistons are 0 for 10 from the three-point line in the first quarter. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Suggs has it off to Desmond Bane at the top of the key, working one-on-one against Javonte Green. Wagner sets the screen here, rolls off it, kicks it out to Suggs. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Suggs goes to his right, 3 seconds, has to find Bane, puts up a 3 to beat the buzzer. It's off the mark. Paul Reed gets it. Cade with 1 second from half court at the buzzer. It's off the mark, and the Pistons are 0 for 11 from the three-point line to start the first quarter. Not ideal. Going to a commercial break to start the second quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Welcome to the party, folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A lot of degenerates in my chat tonight. I see how that is. Best of luck, guys. Everybody rules. Welcome to the show. Dad is in the chat. Everybody say hi to my dad. My dad's awesome. Matthew, thank you for the support, Matthew. I appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for the encouragement. Everybody else is fantastic. Yeah, 26-23 basketball game. Again, guys, I appreciate a little friendly trash talk, but it's the yelling matches in the chat that if we could refrain from, that'd be much appreciated. I don't want to have to time anybody out, so if we can all get along, that would be great. A lot of time left here. This is a 4-quarter basketball game. And like I said, the Pistons have had their sluggish starts multiple times this season. And then the second quarter, they can usually kick it into high gear. Third quarter, fourth quarter, again, a lot of basketball left. Don't get me wrong, though. This is a very good Magic basketball team. They've had their injuries so far this season. Again, they're getting back Wagner in a couple days from now. Again, Paolo's legit. You got Desmond Bane that can shoot it anywhere on the floor. A solid big in Wendell Carter. So this is a team that you got to give respect to because I don't think anybody in the Eastern Conference wants to face this team in the playoffs. So something to kind of look out for. But yeah, again, 0 for 11 from the three-point line in the first quarter is not good. So we're going to have somebody step up for the pinch for the Pistons down the stretch here. And again, it all just got to get one in. Once the first shot falls, usually the others follow after that. Cade's got 10 points, a couple boards, 4 assists. Tobias has 5 points. Duran's got 4, and then LeVert and Holland have a pair off the bench. Paulo's got 9 points, 3 rebounds. So a lot of basketball left to be played here, though. A lot of free throw attempts for the Magic. The Magic have gone to the free throw line 11 times so far in the first quarter. That's a lot. So got to keep it easy on the fouls here, especially with Cade. And again, Paolo is one of those guys, so I think he's one of the hardest guys to defend in the NBA. I mean, 6'10", like 250 pounds. This guy's an absolute monster. So this is, again, where we could need Isaiah Stewart in this rotation. We get him back on Tuesday, so it's going to be a good game back and forth. All right. 26-23 basketball game. Start of the second quarter coming up here. Like I said, if you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. 11:55 left to play in the first half. Karis LeVert working against Jalen Suggs at the top of the key. Bad pass stolen away by Javon Carter. He takes it to the rim. 28-23, Magic up by 5. Right now on the floor for the Pistons, you got Karis LeVert, Dennis Jenkins, Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, and Ron Holland. LeVert goes all the way to the hole. Left-handed layup is up and in. He had to shoot that over 2 Magic defenders underneath. What a shot from Karis LeVert underneath the basket. Magic get it back here. Desmond Bane working inside underneath to Wagner. He puts up a layup that's up and in. 30-25 basketball game. 11:15 left to play in the first half. Karis LeVert has it on the left wing against Jalen Suggs. Pistons looking for a basket here, especially from the three-point line. Tobias goes all the way to the hole, kicks it out to Dennis Jenkins. He thought about a 3. Back out to Karis LeVert. LeVert goes to his right, stops on a dime, pulls up from the mid-range game. It's off the mark. It's boarded by Carter. Carter, in transition, finds Desmond Bane. Bane with the basketball against Tobias Harris, switches off to Jalen Duren. Outside to Carter, looking to find Isaac. Inside to Wagner. Wagner goes to the hole. It's off the mark. Are they going to call a late foul on Tobias Harris? They're going to call a shooting foul on Tobias Harris underneath, so Mo Wagner is going to go to the free throw line. Foul is called on Tobias Harris. Wagner makes the first free throw. It's 31-25. Good game so far. So Wagner at the free throw line. Mo Wagner has been out for a while. He tore his ACL a couple years ago, missed like the last 90 or so games, and he's starting to slowly get back to basketball activities with this Magic team. Obviously, his brother is on the team as well, Franz Wagner, and both solid players. 31-25. Wagner misses the second free throw. It's boarded by Ron Holland. Pistons down by 6 with 10:40 left to play in the first half. Dennis Jenkins has it on the left wing, guarded by Jace Richardson. Shout out Spartan Dogs. Karis LeVert outside to Tobias Harris. Tobias going to his right, kicks it back out to Ron Holland. Holland finds Tobias on the right corner for 3. That's off the mark. Tobias gets it back here, puts up a shot, tries to lob it to Duren, who catches it and throws it down. It looked like a mid-range jump shot. He was passing it, though, to Duren. So good fake out from Tobias, gets the assist. Pistons are 0 for 12 from the three-point line, though. They haven't bought a shot yet. Desmond Bane working inside here, outside to Wagner against Jalen Duren. Puts up a mid-range jump shot. Count the bucket and the foul for the Magic. Wagner getting back-to-back opportunities to go to the free throw line for his last couple shots. Magic take a 6-point lead. 33-27 basketball game. Appreciate you stopping in. Welcome to the show, folks. Shout out to the Magic. Shout out to the Pistons fans tuning in. Appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, Cade, it's going to be interesting to see what happens down the stretch for Cade, because there's a lot of guys in his MVP conversation category, and they can't afford to miss any more games. Cade has like the biggest window left, so we'll see if SGA and Jokic can hold down the fort above him. 34-27, Dennis Jenkins kicks it back out to Karis LeVert, left wide open for 3. It is off the mark. The Pistons are 0 for 14 from the three-point line. 9:40 left to play in the first half here. Desmond Bane with the basketball, drives inside here, goes to his left, off the mark. It's boarded by Wagner. Wagner loses it out of bounds. They say it was last touched, though, by the Pistons somehow. So the Magic get back underneath. 34-27, Magic up by 7. 9:33 left to play in the first half here. Desmond Bane kicks it back out to Wagner. Wagner puts up a 3 left wide open, off the mark. Duren with the rebound, upside to Jenkins. Jenkins goes all the way to the hole. That's off the mark. Duren tried to put it back up and then loses control. It's pinballed around to Carter. He goes all the way to the hole. It's blocked by Dennis Jenkins in transition. Tobias upside to Karis LeVert, kicks it across to Ron Holland. He drives inside all the way to the rim. Count the bucket for Ron Holland. Tough finish over Mo Wagner. It's back to a 5-point game. Magic 34, Pistons 29. 9 minutes left to play in the first half here. Desmond Bane working against Ron Holland at the top of the key here. Mo Wagner sets the screen. Bane rolls off it, goes to his right, unguarded. Such an easy layup for Bane right there. 36-27 basketball game. It looked like Jenkins was on him, and then like halfway through the bucket, he just stopped playing defense, and Bane was untouched all the way to the hole. So 36-29 basketball game. Pistons down by 7. We're in a commercial break as we hit another timeout from the Pistons. That's their second timeout so far this game. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to the party. 36-27. Give you guys some stats here, some scores around the league. Knicks dominated the Spurs earlier today by 25 points. Cavs barely escaped the Brooklyn Nets, 106-102. Timberwolves getting a good win over the Nuggets, 117-108. You got OKC and Dallas tonight. Philly and Boston tonight should be a good basketball game. Philly's another one of those teams in the Eastern Conference where, again, Embiid and Maxey, very solid duo over there in Philly. Not one of the better defensive teams in the NBA, but those two can really shoot from anywhere on the floor. And again, it's another. The Magic and the Sixers are two teams in the East that nobody really knows like how far they can truly go. They're going to definitely both be there in the postseason, but it all comes down to health because we have no idea what Embiid's going to do, if he's going to miss several games, if he's going to play or not. He's been in and out with his knee issues all season long. And then the Magic again, who at home right now up 7 over the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. So a lot of basketball left to be played here. But for the most part, the Magic's bench has done pretty well so far over the Pistons so far. So 36-29, Magic up by 7. Pistons have the Cleveland Cavaliers coming up next on Tuesday. What's up, J-Moke? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to the party, folks. All right. Appreciate you, Tip Top. Thanks for the support. Welcome to the show. Usually finish the fourth quarter strong. Hope so today. Got to have the Pistons win. Yeah, it's again, it's one of those things where the Pistons have matched up a lot against Eastern Conference teams where, I mean, even the Cavaliers the other day, right? Like, that was toe-to-toe without Donovan Mitchell and James Harden. You know, that team went all the way down to the wire and should have probably lost that basketball game, but Jenkins was very smart on that three-point attempt where he drawed 3 of those free throws. So, definitely something to look at here. Robot, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you stopping in. Welcome to the stream. 36-29 basketball game. Yep, the Wagner brothers both went to Michigan. Didn't Mo Wagner take the Wolverines to the championship, and they lost to Villanova that year, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, that's when Dante DiVincenzo, like, took over in that game. 36-29 basketball game. Getting back from commercial break. Dennis Jenkins outside to Karis LeVert. Kicks it across here to Ron Hahn, left wide open for 3. Airballs it. That is 0 for 15 now from beyond the arc. The Pistons have not made a single 3 this game. Paolo goes all the way to the hole. Intercepted by Dennis Jenkins, and he throws it off his foot. Jenkins got a little bit too excited in transition. It goes off his foot, and the Magic get it back. Pistons down by 7. 8:30 left to play in the first half. Appreciate you guys will tune into the stream. Jace Richardson has it against Dennis Jenkins. Jenkins steals it away from Richardson. Upside to Ron Holland. Goes all the way to the rim. He is fouled by Desmond Bane. And Ron Holland's going to go to the free throw line. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Cannot wait until postseason basketball. Pistons, again, sky's the limit if they stay healthy. Stay out of suspensions. We cannot afford like another Charlotte Hornets incident in the playoffs, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but got to keep your composure as well. Ron Holland at the free throw line misses the first free throw. On the floor right now for the Pistons, you got Tobias, Duran, Holland, LeVert, Jenkins. Magic have Paolo, De Silva, Bane, Wagner, and Jace Richardson. Ron Holland, free throw on the way, is up and in. 36-30 basketball game. 8:15 left to play in the first half here. Jace Richardson has it for the Orlando Magic. Outside to Paolo Banchero. Paolo working on Tobias Harris. Paolo spots up for 3 on the left wing. In and out, no good. Boarded by Mo Wagner. Wagner has it for the Magic. Kicks it back out to Desmond Bane. Bothered by Ron Holland. Goes to his left. Kicks it out to Jace Richardson. Richardson puts up a mid-range jump shot. That doesn't fall. It's boarded by Ron Holland. Pistons looking for any basket here. Jenkins has it working inside here. Spin move. Right-handed layup is no good. It's going to be out of bounds, though, last touched by the Magic. And it's going to stay here with the Pistons. It's kind of remarkable how the Pistons are 0 for 15 from the three-point line, and we're only down 6. That's insane if you think about that. That's 45 potential points that are off the board, and somehow the Pistons are still in this game. 36-30 basketball game, 7:45 left to play in the first half here. Magic are going to take a timeout. I think they actually might be challenging this call here to see where the ball was actually last touched out of bounds. So they're going to take a look at this here. Magic up by 6. Yeah, Magic are officially challenging this. So, yeah, this is an interesting lineup here. And again, you know, JB Bickerstaff, he's trying to get certain situations in for certain guys on the floor to make them thrive for every opportunity. Again, it's a lot of matchups too, who's on the other side for JB to insert on the floor here at any given moment. We're in a commercial break right now, guys. We're going to see what happens here down the stretch. See if the Pistons can cut it back down to 3 or 4, depending on what this challenge is. It looked like it was Pistons basketball, but then the Magic are challenging this to see who gets the ball. Currently, the season series is tied 1-1. Pistons got the Magic earlier back in October. And then you had a really good close basketball game all the way down to the wire, like the day after Thanksgiving or so. And then now you got the third matchup tonight. And then the fourth matchup's going to come a couple days before the regular season ends. That's April 6th is the next matchup for Pistons and Magic. So good stuff all around. 36-30 basketball game. Appreciate you guys will tune into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Again, this is going to be a competitive game all the way down to the wire. Pistons were a 5-point favorite heading into this basketball game, despite not having Isaiah Stewart. It is kind of remarkable, though, that we haven't made a single three yet, and it's already halfway through the second quarter. So we're going to see what happens, and if they can get back on the three-point train. And again, I keep saying, it's Duncan Robinson. He's the guy that has to start the rhythm. If he doesn't start it, it's very hard for somebody else to continue and pass the torch to off the bench to say, go knock down threes, because I can't hit any. It's Jenkins. Is it LeVert? Does Cade step up? Does Tobias occasionally have to knock down some threes? Pistons have struggled from three this season, and they're not really known for that. So if they're going to go far this postseason, they're going to have to rely on defense. That's their probably biggest asset on this team so far. Getting back from commercial break here, let's see what this challenge ends up being. Magic 36, Pistons 30. Jenkins went up for a shot. De Silva blocked it. And they're basically challenging whether or not this was off of Jenkins before it went out of bounds or not. It looked like Paolo threw it off Jenkins. The ref said it was originally Pistons basketball underneath here. 7:45 left to play in the first half here. It still feels weird not seeing Jaden Ivey on the Pistons. I know it's been like about a month since that trade went down, but it's unfortunate how we all thought, as if you guys are a Pistons fan, that he was going to be a key piece of our team, but injuries suck, and he just hasn't been the same player ever since. And hopefully he can do his best for the Bulls. But again, I'm telling you, moving up 6-7 draft picks in the lottery is going to be a huge deal. The Pistons could potentially get their future stretch four in this draft in the first round. I don't think people realize that because they're looking at only Herter for Ivy, but people forget that that pick swap with the Timberwolves is going to be a huge deal. So they're still looking at this play. This is a very long challenge. We've had to go through a commercial break for this. The ball was deflected out of bounds by the Magic, and they don't know if Paolo last touched it or if it was last touched by Jenkins when Paolo was trying to save it on the out of bounds. So the refs are still looking at this. They're taking a long time to look at this challenge here. 7:45 left to play in the first half. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Favorite bad boy of all time? Probably Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, I think, is probably my favorite Piston. 2 championships. He set the whole identity of this team forever, the bad boy mentality. So probably Isaiah Thomas. Doesn't get talked about a lot. I mean, Pistons fans know how good he was, but, in terms of like around the league, especially since that was 35, 40 years ago. So, shout out to Zeke, Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, Lambeer. It's crazy. I'm not going to go as far as to say that this Pistons team is as good as the 80s, 89-90 team was, but there's flashes of both, of the 89-90 Pistons and the 04 Pistons going to work Pistons. They have to prove it in the playoffs still. I'm not going to say, it'd be amazing if the Pistons went to the NBA Finals, Eastern Conference Finals this year, but they don't have really much to lose this year because they haven't sacrificed their future with their draft picks. They have the majority of their picks, if not all of them, for the next 10 years so far. So it's not like they gave up a lot of assets to win now with teams like the Knicks and the Magic, in the East that did that. So you can kind of play it out and see what they're still looking at this challenge by. This is the longest challenge I've ever seen in my life. They don't know whose basketball this is right now. We'll see. Pistons have, the sky is the limit, and there's not really a lot to say, and there's no pressure, basically. They're playing with house money, essentially, this season so far. All right, so finally we get word here The Magic win the challenge. So it was last touch by Jenkins. That took like a good 4.5 minutes to look at a loose ball out of bounds here. So the Magic win their challenge. They keep their timeout. It's going to be Magic basketball. 36-30 basketball game. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Zeke was the man, 100%. He's probably my favorite Piston. I really like Ben Wallace. He was like my favorite player growing up, and then I learned about Isaiah Thomas. Obviously, he was before I was born, but after seeing him dominate, like, favorite Piston still is Isaiah Thomas. 36-30 basketball game. Paolo Banchero at the top of the key here, gets the basketball back against Asar Thompson. Paolo goes all the way to the rim. Right-handed layup is off the mark. And once again, Paolo Banchero is going to go to the free throw line. Foul is called on Asar Thompson. This is Paolo's like fifth or sixth attempt at the free throw line so far in this game. A lot of fouls so far in this first half. First half so far. Again, Paolo's just so hard to guard underneath. He's 6'10", 255 or something. So when you get that freight train rolling at you, especially when he can shoot it anywhere on the floor, in my opinion, I think he's one of the hardest guys to defend one-on-one. 37-30 basketball game. Tobias gets the rebound here. Upside of Dennis Jenkins on the right wing here. Jenkins has it inside to Paul Reed. Paul Reed puts up a shot. It's off the mark. He does get fouled, though. And B-ball, Paul Reed's going to go to the free throw line. Good stuff. Joe Dumars. I mean, if you think about it, the Bad Boys made Jordan great. I think the 89-90 Pistons Bad Boys team is a factor to why Jordan's the GOAT. That was the first hurdle he had to kind of overcome in his postseason career to get to the finals. And once he made that leap, he became Jordan. 7:18 left to play in the first half. 37-30 basketball game. We got Paul Reed at the free throw line. Misses the first free throw. Ups the second one in here. 7:15 left to play in the first half. Yeah, that Bulls-Pistons rivalry was legit. That was a crazy rivalry back in the day. Paolo Banchero working inside here. Outside to De Silva. De Silva puts up a mid-range jump shot that's off the mark, boarded by Javonte Green. Cade Cunningham has it for the Pistons on the right wing here. Paul Reed sets the screen. Cade goes inside here, loses it. Stolen away by Paolo. Paolo working against Karis LeVert. Outside here to De Silva. He puts up a three. He knocks it down. 40-31 basketball game. Pistons down by 9. 6:40 left to play in the first half. Tobias outside to Cade Cunningham. Paul Reed sets the screen. Tobias kicks it across to Karis LeVert. LeVert working inside here. Backs out now to Tobias. Tobias on the left wing. Goes to his left. Inside. Puts up a shot. Count the bucket. And the foul for Uncle T. Huge shot for Tobias. 40-33 basketball game. They're going to call that on Howard, I believe. And Tobias is going to go to the free throw line and get this back down to 6. Pistons have not made a three-point shot, and they're somehow down 6 in this game. I mean, the Magic are what? They've knocked down a couple threes so far. Magic are 2 for 9. But still, that's a lot of missed opportunities that the Pistons could have had so far, and they can't seem to knock them down yet. Tobias at the free throw line to complete the three-point play, knocks it in. 40-34 basketball game. 6:25 left to play in the first half. Paolo Banchero has it for the Magic at the top of the key, working against Tobias Harris. Howard looking to set the screen. Paolo rolls off it, one-on-one against Tobias. Floater inside the paint is off the mark, boarded by Duncan Robinson. Duncan upside to Cade Cunningham. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. Cade has it, goes to his right, cross-court pass to Javonte Green. He puts up a three. It's off the mark. Paul Reed nearly grabbed the rebound. It's stolen away by the Magic, though. Howard has it inside here, kicks it across to Paolo. Paolo working against Javonte Green on the left wing, goes to his left, and he draws another shooting foul. And Paolo Banchero is once again going to go to the free throw line. Javonte Green shooting foul. Pistons currently in the first half. What is that? I don't think it hasn't updated yet. Is that 0 for 15? I think it's 0 for 15 from the three-point line. Unbelievable. Paolo at the free throw line. First shot is up and in. 41-34. Like the live stream, guys. If you guys are new, I'm going to put you all on blast right now. How many likes do we have? This is shameless. I blame all of you. Ready for this? Watch this. We have 270 of you in here. There's 38 likes. You see the problem with that? Like the stream. It's free. It helps me out. And I can put it on the fridge. You know how you put like sticky notes and accomplishments for what your kids did when they get home from school? I'm going to put that on my fridge. If we can get to 50 likes. Can we get to 55 more of you? Do it. It's free. Cade Cunningham, top of the key here on the left wing. Cade with the basketball working against Carter. Puts up a three. It's off the mark. Another missed three from the Pistons. 42-34 basketball game. Pistons cannot buy a shot to save their life from the three-point line. Somehow they're only down 8. Tobias knocks it away from Paolo, gets it up to Duncan Robinson. Cade goes all the way to the hole, puts up a left-handed layup. It falls. All right, now we're back to a 6-point game. 42-36. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Now we got 58 of you. See, all I got to do is just hold you guys hostage. Kidding. 4:55 left to play here. Paolo Banchero on the left wing here against Devontae Green. Outside to De Silva. Puts up a 3 on the right wing. It is up and in. 45-36 basketball game. Magic can make threes, but the Pistons can't for some reason. 4:40 left to play in the second quarter. De Silva's got 12 points. He's having a solid first half. Cade working against Devon Carter. There's going to be a foul called away from the basketball, I believe, on Wendell Carter. Neither team is in the bonus, so it's going to stay here on the floor. 45-36. Pistons down 9. Magic up by 9 over the Pistons here in the first half. Cannot make a 3 to save their lives right now in the first half. No one can. Everybody's pretty much attempted one so far in this half. And it's kind of a problem. Magic up by 9 here. De Silva checks out of the game. I think they're actually taking a look at this review here. Cade's got 12 points, a couple boards, 4 assists so far for the Pistons. You got Paolo and De Silva both have 12. Referees are taking a look at this here to see if they made the right call here on the floor before the shot was attempted. Quicker the likes, the quicker the comeback. Like I'm saying, we need good positive vibes here. It only works if everybody is a communicative effort. Y'all spread the love. It can carry off into the atmosphere. And somewhere, somehow, the Pistons might win this game. Oh my goodness, brother. 45-36 basketball game. Getting back from review here. I don't know why they took so long to review that challenge here. Looks like we're back in the swing of things here. A lot of stoppage in play here so far in the first half. Basically, Duncan Robinson got ran over by Wendell Carter, and they called a common foul on Carter. So it's going to be 4:35 left to play here in the first half. Magic up by 9 over the Pistons. So it's a foul on the floor here. Pistons are going to get the basketball back. What's up, Danger? Hopefully you guys are all doing fantastic. Welcome to the party, folks. Cleveland on Tuesday, Spurs on Thursday. Yeah, that Spurs game next Thursday is going to be big. That could be revenge for the Pistons. On the road in San Antonio, too. So, good deal. Cade looking inbound here. Taking a lot of time. There's been a lot of dead ball time off the clock in this game so far. Duncan Robinson finds Jalen Duren working against Carter down low here. Duren sets his feet. Left-handed layup is good. Left-handed hook shot he's working on. Pistons and Magic are both officially in the bonus here. 4:15 left to play in the first half here. Bane has it, working against Devontae Green at the top of the key here. Paolo gets it back on the right wing off to Desmond Bane. Bane has it, goes to his right against Cade Cunningham, puts up a layup. It's off the mark, boarded by Cade Cunningham. Cade in transition looking to set something up for the Pistons. Cade outside Javonte Green. Javonte Green gets it, loses it. Stolen away by the Magic. Magic have it, outside to Javon Carter. Carter goes all the way to the hole. Layup is off the mark. Cade gets the rebound. Cade upside to Ron Holland. Holland with the basketball. Kicks it across to Javonte Green for three. And they knock it down. That is the first three-pointer made for the Pistons right there. 45 to 38. Excuse me, 41. Pistons are 1 for 16. Magic have it against Javonte Green. Kicks it out to Javon Carter. Outside here for three. From the Magic, it's off the mark, boarded by Javonte Green. Green has it for the Pistons. Working against Paolo. Green on the right wing. Finds Cade Cunningham. Cade goes all the way to the hole. Right-handed layup is off the mark. Paolo fouls him, though, and Cade's going to go to the free throw line. I've had a ton of people say, you need to calm down your enthusiasm, Carson. It's just a broadcast. It's only a play-by-play stream. Calm down, bro. Orlando Magic are up 4 points on the Detroit Pistons. A 45 to 41 basketball game. Looks like we got Cade Cunningham at the free throw line here. 12 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, and 2 steals. First shot is on the way. It is off the mark. Cade Cunningham has struggled from the free throw line so far this season. Looking to get one of two here. We got a box score Bobby that came into my chat and apparently told me that I was being too loud on the broadcast. So we're going to do a golf clap here. Cade Cunningham knocks down the second free throw. 45 to 42 basketball game. Jalen Suggs at the top of the key here, working one-on-one against Ron Holland. Paolo Banchero sets the screen, rolls off of it. Finds him on the right wing, working against Cade Cunningham down below here. It's going to be tied up by Ron Holland and Cade Cunningham. Duren steals it away. Upside to Cade Cunningham in transition. Poked away from the Magic. It's going to be last touch by Orlando. Pistons basketball underneath. Oh, man. 2:49 left to play in the first half. Duncan Robinson outside to Cade Cunningham. Ron Holland gets it, puts up a floater off the window and in. Tough shot from Ron Holland. 45 to 44. 2:39 left to play here in the first half. Man, there's so many degenerates on my stream today, man. So many degenerates. Shameless. Will Paolo Banchero get 12.5 rebounds? What about Desmond Bane 3-point shots attempted? How about Cade assists? Magic missed the shot underneath here. Count the bucket for the Magic. They're going to call it goaltending here on the Pistons. I think they're going to get Jalen Duren for that. 47-44 basketball game. Appreciate you guys will stop into the stream. It's a 3-point game. Again, this is despite the Pistons being 1 for 16 from the 3-point line. Ron Holland's got 6 points, 2 boards, 2 assists. 3-and-D type player. Don't forget it. Some of you know what that means. Cade Cunningham outside of Duncan Robinson. Backdoor find 2. Ron Holland puts it up and in, and we have a 1-point basketball game. 47 to 46. Pistons on a 10-2 run here. Magic find Jalen Suggs, top of the key here, puts up a right-handed floater. That's off the mark. It's going to be boarded by Da Silva. Back outside to Bane. Suggs gets it, puts it up for 3 over Cade, knocks it down. 50 to 46 basketball game. 1:40 left to play in the first half. Cade Cunningham working against Carter. Trying to get it to Jalen Duren. Looks like it was last touched, though, by Duren. Or Cade kind of had a bad pass. He was trying to post up and get it down below to Duren. It's going to be last touch, though, by the Pistons. So it's going to be Magic basketball. Is the horn stuck? Cannot believe that. There was a 12-minute delay the other day in the Pistons game because the horn was broken at LCA. What's up, Jimmy? 1:35 left to play in the first half. Jalen Suggs has it for the Orlando Magic. Magic up by 4 with 1:30 left to play in the first half here. Paolo sets the screen, rolls off it, finds the Silva on the right wing. Suggs has it, working against Ron Holland. Upside here to Desmond Bane. Bane kicks it across here to Paolo. Paolo from the corner for 3 over Javonte Green. He buries it. 53 to 46 basketball game. Magic up by 7. This is going to be a good game, folks. 1:05 left to play in the first half here. Cade has it for the Pistons, goes to his right, switches back off over Carter. Cade with the basketball, one-on-one, goes to his right. Right-handed layup is off the mark. Duren is there, though, for the rebound, puts it back up. He misses it, but he's going to go to the free throw line. He got fouled in the process. 53-46 basketball game. If you guys are new to the stream, how many likes do we have? Hold on in here. Let me put you guys on blast again. Hold on a minute. Jalen Duren to the free throw line. 73 likes. Yeah, I see it. The second I start to call it out, they start to go up. There's 230 of you that have not hit the like button yet. You see the problem with that? Do you see it? If you liked it, the world would be a better place. I'm just saying. 53-47. Jalen Duren knocks down the first free throw. Duren at the free throw line. Free throw is up and in. Pistons cut it back down to 5. 55 seconds left to play in the first half here. Jalen Suggs nearly lost it. Gets it up to Desmond Bane. That was almost stolen away by Ron Holland. Bane has it working inside here. Ron Holland basically gets run over by Paolo, but it's going to be a blocking foul called on Ron Holland. And once again, Paolo Banchero is going to go to the free throw line for the 50th time in the first half. How many free throw attempts is this for Paolo tonight? This is going to be Paolo's 15th free throw attempt. 15 in the first half. 15. That's a lot of free throws in the first half. 44 seconds left to play in the first half here. Paolo free throw is up and in. 54-48. Everybody rules. Appreciate you, Elliot. Everybody rules. Welcome to the party, folks. Man, oh man. Carson, do you think Paolo Banchero can get his points, assists, and rebound total tonight? I got my dinner and grocery money on it tonight. I'm really counting on him. Do you think he can hit it tonight, Carson? Do you think he can? Cade steps back for 3. That's off the mark, boarded by the Magic. Jalen Suggs in transition here. It's going to be a blocking foul again on Ron Holland. That is 2 quick fouls on Ron Holland, and Jalen Suggs is going to go to the free throw line. I'm not even kidding. I think half the points from the Magic in this first half have come from the free throw line. How many free throws is that for the Magic? Good Lord. This is going to be their 22nd free throw attempt as a team in the first half, and Paolo has 14 of them. Suggs at the free throw line. Makes the first free throw. 56-48. Good Lord. All right. Suggs knocks it in. Jenkins checks into the game. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Then we got a halftime break coming up here where we'll talk about our favorite fruits. I really don't have anything to say at the halftime break. I mean, we can have a solid conversation if you have any questions, comments, concerns. But I am very anxious to call the third quarter as soon as it starts. 57-48 basketball game. Magic up by 9 over the Pistons. 22 free throws. Cade goes inside all the way to the hole. Right-handed layup is up and in. Cade wanted a free throw. He's not going to get it, though. Pistons down by 7. Despite being horrific from the free throw, or for the three-point line tonight, the Pistons are somehow still in this game. 15 seconds left in the first half. It's going to wait until the final shot here. Desmond Bane has it. Paolo looking to set the screen here. Bane doesn't decide to use it. Kicks it across to De Silva. De Silva goes all the way to the hole. Right-handed layup is off the mark. Blocked by Tobias Harris. Tobias, 2 seconds. Ball in hand. Stops on a dime for 3 at the buzzer. Is off the mark. 57-50 basketball game. We're going to the halftime break. And we have a good game, folks. We got a good one. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Pistons obviously struggling at the free throw line. It's been a problem so far this season. It feels like every 7 games they have a decent 3-point shooting attempt that's above 35-40%. But then you saw what happened with the San Antonio Spurs game last Monday, and they just couldn't buy a shot to save their lives. Kind of looking like it in the first half here. But again, the Pistons have had a lot of the majority of their wins come off of the second half. They finish well in the second half and kind of play a little bit sloppy in the first half. See what JB Bickerstaff does. Cannot wait until Isaiah Stewart comes back here. It's going to be a big piece for the Pistons back on defense. I like the rotation that JD Bickerstaff does, where it's Duran, beef stew, then you have like either Cade and like Duncan with like a SAR. Like you got 3 defenders with like a shooter plus Cade on the floor. Sometimes JB will do that. But especially when it comes to matchups here, Paolo's very difficult to defend. You know, you can put anybody on him and he'll just go to the rim and beat you one-on-one most of the time. He's 6'10", like 250. That's hard when he's going full speed inside the paint against your defense. So it's tough to say, though. Like and subscribe, though, if you guys are new. Welcome to the stream, folks. Appreciate you guys stopping in. Been a diehard Pistons fan for as long as I can remember. Remember watching it on the 04 days when I was like 5 years old, when Chauncey Billups, Ben Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, and all those boys held up the Larry O'Brien trophy. It has been 22 years since that glorious day, and I am hoping that we can make a magical postseason run this year, and I think we have the pieces to do it. But again, we got nothing to lose either. You talk about the 3-year time frame that this Pistons team has gone through. 28-game losing streak, trying to find out their identity. Cade Cunningham finally starts to get into his superstar mode role when the Pistons got floor spacing with Tobias Harris. Malik Beasley comes in, legit three-point shooter. Obviously, we know what happened in the offseason, but we're hoping to replace with Duncan Robinson. But it's been a factor of who can step up and make threes when the Pistons starters can't, and we're still trying to figure out who our second option is right now. So it's tough to say. Going to have a wonderful run in the postseason this year, regardless of the outcome. Going to be an incredible postseason. I hope so, dude. Hopefully, we can get Pistons playoff games in June. That would mean we'd make the finals. But I think, again, like if you go to like Eastern Conference semifinals, Game 7, you know, like, can you really say that was a bad season? You know, I'm curious to see what you guys would say. You know, shot Magic fan, Pistons fans tuning in. Magic, again, I think the Magic could upset the 2 seed. I think a best of 7 with like Bane, Paolo, and Franz Wagner, they could totally upset in the first round. So definitely something to look out for. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, guys, let me know in the chat here. Orlando will find a way to lose. Trajan's becoming Brad Holmes. Yeah, I mean, I think the time window, though, is way more open for the Pistons than compared to the Lions are. So it's definitely interesting. And I think a lot of it's fit, too. People are asking, like, why didn't we do more at the deadline? I think a lot of it was you didn't want to disrupt the chemistry of this team. But Trajan Langdon also knew going into it that Ivy had his health issues. There was an offer right in front of him, and he didn't have much draft cap. He didn't have much trade stock at the deadline when he did 2 years ago. So we'll see what happens. Pistons could very well be a first round exit because they're shooting. And honestly, like that's a fair statement. If you face against the Charlotte Hornets, Con Knippel might win Rookie of the Year over Cooper Flagg. He is an absolute menace from the three-point line. That is a very good three-point shooting team, and if you run into that for the Pistons and they have like a 1-for-16 start in the first half, yeah, that's going to cause problems because you can play defense all you want, but if you can't guard the three-point line, it's hard to come back from those deficits. So I try to be like a realistic Pistons fan, but not like a too optimistic one at the same time. There is a lot of flaws with this team, but there's a lot of good ones as well. And the fact that 90% of this team is 25 years old or younger is very good for the Pistons' development moving forward. So, yeah, but again, like 40 wins to 420 losses. That's a big deal. Not many teams can do that. There's only 4 teams so far that have accomplished that feat, and the Pistons are one of them. So, it's interesting. Hornets would be a very good matchup in the first round. That would make a really exciting series. You know, Jimmy mentioned the Heat. I think the Heat is another team that a lot of people could sleep on, especially with the coaching that Eric Spoelstra can provide. So there's a lot of matchups. But again, like, when you get to the playoffs, every team is there for a reason. And it does scare me that the Pistons haven't won a playoff series in God knows how long. I mean, like over 10, 15 years was the last time they won a playoff series. So this team is super young. But I do like it, though, that we got the ultimate test last year against the Knicks at the Garden. We won 2 of our playoff games at the Garden. Couldn't really get a home playoff one, unfortunately. But we have a good chance this year if we stay healthy. So, again, like, it's shades of 04 and 89-90, right? You got Isaiah Thomas, Cade Cunningham leading the show. Cade's not as good as Isaiah Thomas is yet, but I think he could be there one day, hopefully. What's going on, SGA Sports Talk? Yeah, our defense is good, though. I mean, like, we have one of the best defenses in the NBA, and when you have Duren and Stewart both out there, especially with Asar Thompson, if Asar can add more to his offensive game on a consistent night-to-night basis, that just elevates our chances even further. And I think he's starting to slowly work on that jump shot, but you got the 3 pieces of your core being Cade, Duren, and Asar Thompson. I think you can probably make the argument for Isaiah Stewart, too. I don't see the Pistons letting him go anytime soon, so it'll be a good one. 57-50 basketball game in the halftime break here, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat, guys. Asar Thompson will get in. Yeah, well, he's been starting pretty much for the Pistons the majority of the games this year, if not all of them when he's healthy. The problem is, though, is sometimes he can get in foul trouble, and JB Bickerstaff and him kind of have a weird minute relationship when it's like late in the fourth quarter, and when Asar Thompson should be on the floor, he just doesn't put him in until like the final minute 30 seconds of the game. So, what's going on, Ethan? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. But yeah, no, it's good. Detroit lost against Orlando. Yeah, they have a series split right now. So they play each other 4 times. And right now, the Pistons got the first one back in October. Magic won the second one. That was a good game down to the wire. Magic won by 3. And then you got the third matchup right now, and then game 4 is in April. So don't count out this Magic team. This is a good Magic basketball team. Defense is huge in the playoffs. 100%. Yeah, I think it's hard to put together, like, the identity mold of a perfect basketball team, and I think the best core right now is the Thunder, just because of who they have on their roster. SGA, Jalen Williams, you got a big and Chet Holmgren, and then you got a bench that almost beat the Pistons without their 3 best players the other day. So, Thunder, there's a reason why they're the favorites to win, but we shall see. What's going on, Jordan's? How you doing, buddy? Jordan's used cigar. That's a funny username. What's the deal with Sasser and Holland? Do you see them being key rotational pieces? I love Sasser a lot. The problem is, though, is I think we're going to move on from him in like a couple years. I don't think Sasser's going to be on this team. I think Holland definitely will. You can see the development of Holland. Sasser just doesn't get a lot of minutes, though. It's upsetting because I think Sasser is one of the best shooters on this team, but his size does play a factor, and he's right now basically the third-string point guard. And unfortunately, he got injured to start this season, and Jenkins kind of took over and kind of stole his minutes. He did play, though, in that Cleveland series for quite a bit in the third and fourth quarter. So, yeah, it's tough to say. Everybody rules. Warriors Pistons stream. We can chat, SGA. I have an Instagram page and a Twitter page if you want to get a hold of me. That'd be cool, dude. My friend Jimmy's gonna be the Pistons play the Thunder in about a month from now, or in a couple weeks from now, and that's gonna be I want to see what day that is. That's like the end of March. And my friend's going to be at the game, and I'm going to interview him, like, from a fan perspective at the game. He's going to call in at halftime, so it'll be fun. Good deal. By the way, guys, we're going to be doing a March Madness bracket, like a pool. It's going to be free to play, so I'm going to set it up, like, when the March Madness bracket comes out in a couple weeks from now. I'll set it up, and I think the Pistons have a couple games before the bracket, the day actually starts, the first day of March Madness, so I'll share it with you guys in the YouTube stream, and we'll get that fired up and ready to roll, so that'll be fun to do. Pistons jacket behind enemy lines, yeah. There's not going to be many Pistons fans in Oklahoma City, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so it's just the Carson Shear Show, both on Twitter and Instagram. I actually got to get a social media thing set up, like a link tree or something, because I have Facebook and Instagram. I just don't use it a lot. Mostly it's YouTube, and then I post like short little reactions on my Facebook and TikTok. Oh, TikTok I also have too. So mostly it's just the Carson Shear Show on like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. You think Asar Thompson get 4 assists? He might. I just hope he stays healthy and contributes to winning the basketball game. Yeah, Michigan State, though, both have solid teams. Michigan could legit win it all this year. I think their size is just unstoppable. Kaysen, though, is a big loss for Michigan. He's off for the year, though, so that's going to be a drawback I think Michigan's going to have, but we'll see. Still in a commercial break, guys. Halftime break. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys will tune into the stream. Again, shout out to the members. If you guys have the emotes and the loyalty badges, appreciate you guys for that. You guys are awesome. Like I said, as long as you guys are here having fun in the chat, just be respectful of one another. I hate banning people and timing people out. So, it's a good deal. Thanks, Tip Top. 57-50. Pistons, like I said, really struggling from the three-point line in the first half so far. 6%. They're 1 for 18. And Javonte Green has the only 3 made. Duncan has only shot the one time. I mean, he got kind of an early foul trouble, but he's got to shoot more than 1 3-point attempt a game. Cade's 0 for 6 despite having 15 points. Cade's got 15 points despite being 0 for 6 from the three-point line. De Silva's got 14. Paolo's got 17 at the half. I can't believe Paolo has 4. Paolo had 12 of his 17 points have come at the free throw line. Okay, cool. Sounds good, dude. Yeah, I'll hit you up, SGA. That could be fun. Yeah, I can't wait for the postseason. It's gonna be great. And I get we can't take any opponent for lightly, right? Like upsets happen all the time. And in a best of 7 series, injuries happen, God forbid. So we gotta just stay focused and see what happens with like the Sixers and the Celtics and the Knicks, even like the Magic, the Raptors, the Heat. I mean, they could all find their way to a deep playoff run. So can the Pistons. But again, it's 3-point shooting could draw us back. And we're still looking for Duncan Robinson to kind of carry the torch and start it off for us. Because when he gets cold, it can spread like a wildfire to the Pistons bench. What's up, chaps? Appreciate you stopping in. Like and subscribe if you guys are new to the stream, guys. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. It's free. It helps me out a ton. This is my first year doing this. I used to do like the Lions games, but the Lions games was fun, but it was just kind of boring to commentate because you'd have a play and then you'd have stoppage and then you'd have another play. I love basketball and Pistons games because it's constant back and forth. And then hockey's on like a whole other level. I respect hockey guys a ton, like the commentators and stuff. Tobias has got 8 points, 5 boards. We're about to start the third quarter here, guys. This is going to be a good second half. I think this could come down to potentially the final shot here, and it's going to be who has the ball last in their hand that could make an impact on this game. All right, so we are ready to rock and roll. Back from halftime break, start of the third quarter coming up here. What's going on, BD Buster? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Playoffs will be amazing. What's going on, Coach Sterling? Yeah, I cannot wait for the postseason. Like, if you guys are here with me, regular season, this is March, 2nd, 1st? Hopefully, you guys are all part along for the journey, playoffs, because I cannot wait for that, and it could be a legendary postseason for Pistons fans in general, and hopefully you guys like this tiny little show I do, so I can't wait. It's going to be electric. I want you guys to all witness it, because it's going to be insane. 57-50 basketball game, start of the third quarter. Cade Cunningham with the basketball at the top of the key here on the left wing, working against Paolo. Cade looking to set up the offense here. Duncan Robinson looking to help him out. Finds Tobias Harris on the left block working against Jalen Suggs. Turnaround jump shot for Tobias. It falls. 57-52 basketball game. Pistons down by 5. Looking to set something up here against the Magic. Magic at the top of the key. Paolo Banchero against Tobias Harris. Paolo with the basketball switches off to Duncan Robinson. Finds Carter on the left wing over Duren for 3. That's off the mark. Asar tried to get the rebound. Bane steals it away from them though and puts it back up and in. 59-52. Appreciate you stopping in, guys. Everybody rules. 11:05 left to play in the third quarter. Cade Cunningham on the right wing working against Paolo Banchero. Cade with the basketball drives inside here. Shot is off the mark. Asar Thompson gets the rebound though. Back outside to Tobias Harris. Tobias on the left wing against Suggs. Puts up a mid-range jump shot. It falls. 59-54 basketball game. Marked, every single comment, dude, is like negative. Like every time I look at the chat, bro, it's always negative, dude. Bane misses the shot. Off the mark here. Cade gets the rebound. Pistons are not losing in the first round. I don't know what you have against them, but it's like, you got to step up the positivity, bro. 59-56 basketball game. 10:25 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons cut it back down to 3. 10:20 left to play here in regulation. Suggs puts up a 3 that's off the mark. Duren has it at the top of the key here. Duren in transition working against the Magic. Finds Cade Cunningham underneath against Suggs. Cade puts up a shot. He gets fouled by Suggs and Cade's going to go to the free throw line. How many boards does Cade have? Cade has 4 rebounds. He's got 16, 4, and 6. Cade's at the free throw line looking to cut this back down to 2. What makes you think the Pistons are going to lose in the first round, Mark? I'm curious. Magic 59, Pistons 56. Cade knocks down the first free throw. 10:05 left to play in the third quarter. It's not like they're the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference and they ran the table against some of the best opponents in the NBA. One of the best records on the road, too. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. 59-58 basketball game. Cade gets it back down to 1. Magic have it back here the other way. Suggs has it on the right wing. Working against Cade, upside to Paolo Banchero. Paolo has it against Tobias Harris on the left wing. Finds the Silva underneath here against Duren. Asar blocks it. Tobias gets it back here on the right wing. 9:50 left to play in the third quarter. Tobias inside here, back outside of Jalen Duren. Duren working inside here, puts up a shot off the mark. Duren gets fouled, though, and Duren's going to go to the free throw line. Now, I will admit, like, I don't think the Pistons are sweeping, first round. I think they'll lose a game or 2, but best of 7, you face, like, the Hornets or the Heat. Maybe, like, a team like the Bulls might even creep up. Still a lot of time left, but there's a reason why Pistons are the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. Like, the Pistons are the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference despite being one of the worst three-point shooting teams. And a huge reason why is because you got the defensive player of the month last month, Asar Thompson, and the month before that was Isaiah Stewart. You got Duren and Cade, who also can play defense. The defense is a huge piece of this team moving forward. And like people were saying in the chat, when it comes to the playoffs, yes, you need three-point shooting, but guess what's better and bigger is defense. SGA becoming a member. Thank you so much, bro. 9:35 left to play in the third quarter. I'll put your name on the screen here in just a second, dude. Thank you so much, dude. Bane outside here to Paolo Banchero against Asar Thompson on the right wing here. Paolo has it outside to Suggs. Suggs puts up a three-point shot. That's off the mark, boarded by Asar Thompson. Pistons on a 7-0 run here. 9:15 left to play in the third quarter. Cade with the basketball working inside here, outside to Asar Thompson. Asar kicks it back out to Cade, finds Duncan Robinson. Duncan puts up a 3 off the mark, no good, boarded by the Magic. Magic have it on the right wing here. Pistons on a 7-0 run the last 2 minutes here. Magic have it outside of Desmond Bane. Bane kicks it across to Suggs. Suggs puts up a 3. He buries it. 62-59 basketball game. 8:42 left to play in the third quarter. Cade kicks it off to Tobias Harris. Duren sets the screen. Tobias rolls off it, goes all the way to the hole. Shot is off the mark. Magic with the basketball upside to Paolo Banchero. Paolo has it against Cade. It's going to be poked away by the Pistons. It's going to stay here with the Magic. SGA, thank you so much, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. Pistons swept the Knicks last year in the regular season. What happened in the playoffs? We took them to Game 6, and we could have been Game 7 had the refs called the foul on Tim Hardaway. And the Knicks were the heavy favorite in that playoff series. Come on, dude. Bane inside here against Jalen Duren, puts up a shot. It's off the mark. Bane's going to go to the free throw line, though. Thank you so much again, SGA. Appreciate you, buddy. Love you, Mark, but it's like, we need to pick up the positivity. Like, every time I look at the chat, it's always something negative in the chat. Like, I love you. I appreciate you being here, but, like, it seems like every comment is, like, something negative. We're all in this together. 62-59 basketball game. Bane misses the first free throw. Bane has it at the free throw line, puts up a second free throw, knocks it in. 63-59. SGA, thank you so much again, dude. Appreciate you, buddy. The commercial break, I'll put you up on the screen, dude. 8:23 left to play in the third quarter. Cade with the basketball, working against Paolo Banchero. On the left wing goes Asar Thompson. Finds Cade Cunningham back the other way, looking to get it to Duncan Robinson. He puts up a three. It's off the mark. Duncan wanted a three, or a foul. He's not going to get it. On the left wing here, Suggs goes all the way to the hole. Shot is off the mark. Cade with the rebound. Upside to Asar Thompson. Asar on the left wing, working against Paolo. Finds Duncan, steps back for three. Finds Asar now, kicks it across to Cade, left wide open for three. He buries it. 63-62 basketball game. And we should have won game one, too. Pistons were up like 17, I think, in that game. And then Beef Stew got checked out. Knicks went on a crazy run. 7:39 left to play in the third quarter. Magic working inside here, throws it up to Carter for the slam. That's coming off a 28-game in a row losing streak. They crawl all the way up to the 6th seed, and they took a Game 6 against a good Knicks team in that postseason. That was like their first playoff series in a while, too. 7:28 left to play in the third quarter. It's funny that, like, people complain about their team, but then they continue to watch their team. It's like, so they obviously care enough to watch it, but yet they still complain. A lot of sports fans do that. Cade try to lob it up to Duren inside here. Magic get it back the other way here. De Silva has it against Cade at the top of the key, finds Paolo on the left wing. Paolo with the basketball puts up a three over Tobias. That's off the mark, boarded by Duncan. Asar Thompson has it, finds Cade Cunningham on the right wing against Desmond Bane. Cade goes all the way to the hole, right-handed layup is off, up and in. 65-64. What's up, Wayjack? 6:53 left to play in the third quarter. Cade gets it back here from the Magic. Turnover. Finds Tobias Harris from the corner for three. He buries it. 67-65. Pistons on a run here. That is the first lead tonight for the Pistons. We're going to a commercial break for a timeout. Good stuff, brother. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Pistons fans are sometimes their own worst enemy. I think because it definitely has an impact. Like, if the vibe is off, the fans make this happen. If the fans aren't with you, you know, you can't be running back when the team does good all of a sudden. SGA becoming a member, puts you up on the screen. Thanks again, SGA. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks again, dude. Yeah, I'll message you back, dude. We'll make something happen. If I can remember how to do this. We got a commercial break up here. Thanks again, SGA. Good deal. Perfect. All right. 67-65. It's like you have to have an optimistic view of your teams, but you also have to have a realistic one, but it can also be a positive one. The Pistons are the #1 team in the Eastern Conference. Did anybody think that was going to happen going into the season? Did anybody think, be honest with yourself, that the Pistons would have the #1 record in the NBA and be the #1 team in the Eastern Conference on March 1st? I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. So it's easy to kind of nitpick and point out all the negatives, but you have to look at the progression of this team in such a very little time frame. I mean, what we're watching, this does not happen. Like, rebuilds take forever, especially in the NBA. Like, this is a crazy season the Pistons are having. I mean, we can nitpick here and there and complain all we want. We're still trying to figure out this team. I think JB Bickerstaff in 2 seasons has done an excellent job with this roster. Sure, we don't do well from the three-point line, but look at our defense. Our defense is keeping us in this game. In most games, we're taking down teams. Not to mention the fact that the first couple weeks of the season, the Pistons were out all their starters, and they went on, like a 9 or 10 game winning streak when you had, like, Paul Reed and Dennis Jenkins and Karis LeVert running the show. It's like, did we seriously think this is going to be, like, come to reality? I did not. I mean, I was happy to maybe get back to the playoffs. Another 5-6 seed would be great. You are looking at a potential championship window for the Pistons over the next 2 to 3 years. It's just a matter of, can Cade be Superman in the postseason? We're going to find out this year, and I think he can. 67-65, back from commercial break. Thanks again, SGA. Appreciate you, dude. 6:38 left to play in the third quarter. Paolo Banchero at the top of the key works off to Jalen Duren. Outside of Desmond Bane. Bane working against Asar Thompson. Bane has it outside to Paolo. Paolo working against Jalen Duren at the top of the key here. Paolo trying to get past Duren, puts up a shot, buries it in Duren's face. We have a tie basketball game. 6:15 left to play in the third quarter. 6:05 left to play here. Duren has it, working against the Magic, goes to his right inside here. Right-handed layup is off the mark. Magic get the board. Back here the other way, Paolo in transition against Asar Thompson. Cade steals it away, upside to Asar Thompson. Asar has it, goes all the way to the hole. Left-handed layup is up and in. 69-67 basketball game. The Pistons have nothing to lose. It's not like the Knicks or the Magic or anybody else, the Sixers, where they're desperate to win now because they give up their future. Like, the Pistons are still super young. They got plenty of time. 5:30 left to play in the third quarter. Pistons on the top of the key here. Finds Jalen Duren. Duren with the basketball. Goes to his right inside here. Puts up a shot. He gets fouled, and Jalen Duren's going to go to the free throw line. It's crazy that, like, you can take a team that everybody was saying sell the team, you know, looking at Tom Gore's the owner, worst record in basketball for multiple seasons, multiple number 5 picks in the lottery, one of the worst teams in the NBA. Not too long ago either. Couple, 3, 4 years ago. And you're seeing them do this without risking their future, right? They have the majority of their young core still together. They have the majority of their draft picks still intact. And you're going to see how far this team can go without making crazy deals at the deadline to give up crazy draft capital either. So I think it's more like, yeah, obviously finals is the goal, but are you going to sit here, I'm just talking to everybody, and say, like, is it a non-successful season if they go to game 7 of, like, the second round and get knocked out? You know, it's like the window and the ceiling are two different things, and you have to kind of look at both things and see how it progresses. It takes years. I mean, look at Giannis and Jokic and Jordan and all the greats. Multiple years and years in the NBA before they get their first championship. This is Cade's 5th season. 4:58 left to play in the third quarter. Duren kicks it back out to Cade. Cade pulls up from 3. He buries it. 73-71 basketball game. We got a good game, dudes. 73-71, 2-point basketball game. Magic working inside here. Right-handed layup is off the mark. They're going to call a traveling violation, though, on Paolo. Good defense from the Pistons right there. Appreciate you stopping in, guys. Welcome to the party, folks. Pistons shooting better already from the three-point line so far this quarter. .442 left to play here in the third quarter. Cade gets it back here on the left wing. Appreciate you guys will stop in, like, and subscribe if you guys are new. Duncan Robinson catches it, goes inside here, right-handed layup, gets it back to Paul Reed. He puts up a shot that's off the mark. Paul Reed gets fouled, though, and Paul Reed's going to go to the free throw line. We're still in the early building block phases of this team. The sky is the limit. Like, there is so many things that you can do with this young core, right? You got Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham, a superstar and an all-star, possibly 2 Olympians in 2 years, right? Cade's going to make it for sure, maybe Duren. You got one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA in Asar Thompson, all draft picks, by the way. And, listen, like, you got a vet in Tobias Harris, who's getting a little bit older, but he can help space the flooring, and it's a matter of hitting your draft picks. And the Pistons, despite getting screwed in the lottery, not once, not twice, but 3 times, I think they've done a pretty good job with that. De Silva has it on the left wing here, kicks it across to Howard. Howard puts up a 3. That is off the mark. It's going to be boarded by Paolo. Paolo trying to set something up here for the Magic. Outside to Carter. Carter puts up a 3. It is off the mark, boarded by Asar Thompson. Asar on the right wing working against the Orlando Magic. What's going on, Anthony? Asar working inside here, outside to Ron Holland. Duncan Robinson from the left wing, back out to Holland. Paul Reed kicks it back off to Cade. Cade working on Jonathan Isaac. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ron Holland gets it back here, goes to the hole. Inside here, right-handed layup is off the mark. Boarded by Paolo. Paolo inside here finds De Silva. He puts up a 3 on the right wing. That's off the mark, boarded by Asar Thompson. Cade with the basketball, drives inside here. Magic have it. Working all the way to the hole, finds Javon Carter. Carter on the left wing against Asar Thompson. Carter back outside to Paolo, one-on-one against Cade Cunningham. Magic down by 4 with 3:15 left to play in the third quarter. Magic nearly put up a shot. De Silva has it, goes to his left. I think he got fouled by the Pistons there. Cade's complaining. He thought De Silva stepped out of bounds. I think Duncan's going to get called for a foul on that. So Karis LeVert's going to get checked into the game for Duncan Robinson. Suggs steps in for De Silva. %, Mark. You got to go for the windows. But that doesn't necessarily mean you have to sacrifice all your first-round picks for one guy either. That you got to be careful with that because it's burned a lot of teams in the past. 3:05 left to play in the third quarter. Paolo working against Cade Cunningham at the top of the key here. And I think this is a feel it, get it right year for the Pistons. Suggs misses the 3. Back outside to Asar Thompson with the rebound. Asar has it on the left wing. It's going to be a timeout called by the Pistons. We're going to a commercial break. 75-71 basketball game. And I think Trajan Langdon knows that. Like, I think a lot of it, why he wanted to see what he had, right? Like, there was not a legit reason for the Pistons to shove 4 first-round picks for MPJ. Why would you do that? You're the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference, and you built it from everybody on this team through the draft and a couple free agent signings. Why would you want to risk it right now when you've already had your core get you there this far? It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, if this progresses 2, 3, 4 years down the line where the Pistons are like a second-round exit every year and then they want to go for it and they make a big trade in the offseason or they go out and get a big free agent, I understand it. But with this young core this early in their careers, when they've only had 1 year of playoff experience, I think you got to trust the guy that makes the decisions and says, when is the time to go now for it, you know? Going to commercial break here. Pistons in a timeout, 75-71. I think it's like you try to have to be optimistic and realistic and stay positive, but you can also be critical, right? Like I'm critical all the time of this Pistons team, right? Like guys not boxing out, getting offensive rebounds, like just simple little things that the Pistons are doing that can cost us games. But you also got to remember too the timeline of this team has been incredibly impressive. That teams just don't all of a sudden go from the worst team in the league to the number one team in the East in 2.5 seasons. So it's going to be a fun year. It's going to be an interesting year. I think a lot of Pistons fans they're excited for it, but they also everybody wants instant satisfaction and gratification with everything. And there's also a virtue where patience is a virtue, and you have to learn to let stuff take time to develop. So 100%, Frank, way ahead of schedule. And like I even said like 10 minutes ago, like did anybody think the season started? Sorry, my computer has a seizure. Did anybody think before the season started the Pistons would be the number one team right now? And they don't have to, Mark. Next year they can. Do they have to right now? I don't know if they have to right now. 25 points, 8 assists, 6 boards, couple steals from Mr. K. Cunningham back from commercial break. You gotta be really. Let's see how this postseason let's see how it lays out in the postseason. Let's see if Cade and this team can go far in the playoffs. And if you believe you're one piece away, then you can make the move. Tobias off the mark here. Paul Reed working inside for the layup. He puts up a shot, it falls. You still got to pay a lot of people on this team, too. Like, it's a good problem to have because you're going to have everybody wanting a contract soon, and you can't, unfortunately, keep everybody. And there's a lot to like so far. Magic missed a shot here. They're going to call... They call a foul on Mo Wagner. Mo Wagner picks up a charge. Yes, a good defense from the Pistons right there. 77-71. Pistons up by 6 over the Magic here. I mean, look at the Knicks. How much pressure's on the Knicks right now? They gave up 5 first-rounders from Mikal Bridges. Yeah, you better make the finals this year. Talk about pressure. Tobias turnaround jump shot for the Pistons is up and in. Pistons take an 8-point lead. 2:02 left to play in the third quarter. Back outside Jalen Suggs. Bad pass stolen away by Karis LeVert. LeVert on the fast break here. Goes one-on-one inside. Right-handed layup is good all the way to the basket. Karis LeVert, big-time steal. Puts the Pistons up by 10. 1:45 left to play in the third quarter. Suggs has it against Paolo. Paolo with the basketball outside to Wagner. Wagner working against Paul Reed inside here. Blocked by Paul Reed underneath against Wagner. Finds Jenkins in transition. Jenkins working against Paolo. Pistons on a 12-2 run here. Goes to his left. Wide open for 3 for Jenkins. Off the mark. It's boarded by Paolo. Paolo back in transition for the Magic. Paolo Banchero working against Tobias. Finds Mo Wagner. Gets it right back to Paolo. Javon Carter sets a down screen. Paolo rolls off it, goes to his right. He gets fouled, and I believe Paolo's going to go to the free throw line here. The Magic. Magic was at 3 or 4 first-rounders for Desmond Bane. The second you make that move, you better make a deep run in the postseason consistently. Because if you don't, you're setting your team back a lot of years. And we haven't really seen what Trajan Langdon can do yet with his second first rounder he's going to get. Like, he drafted Ron Holland. Considering how bad that draft class was, Holland was a good pick at 5, right? You maybe have 2 or 3 names out of that first round that are, like, impactful in the NBA right now. Paolo misses the first free throw. He took a flyer on Chaz Lanier. Bobby Clintman. So it's we'll see what he does in the first round. And I think a big reason why he made that Ivy move was because he knows this draft class is loaded and he wanted to move up 5, 6, 7 spots ahead of the Timberwolves. 1:05 left to play in the third quarter here. Magic 72, Pistons 81. Karis LeVert has it, working against the Magic here on the left wing. Finds Ron Holland. Holland goes baseline. It's going to be last touched by the Pistons. Magic are going to get the basketball back here. Matas Buzelis. They better take care of Jalen Duren. They will. Duren's going to get 150 to 200 million this offseason. They're not going to let Duren go. There's no way. They're going to lock him in. And Duren wants to be here. Like, it's not like Duren's going to go and get another $5-10 million a year. Like, he wants to be on the Pistons. Suggs puts up a deep three. It's off the mark, boarded by Paul Reed. Paul Reed outside to Tobias Harris. Tobias with the basketball on the right wing here. 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Tobias has it. Backs it out to LeVert. LeVert with the basketball puts up a right-handed shot. It's off the mark, boarded by the Magic. It's hard to say yet where this team really is because the playoffs are not here yet. We're going to get there in the middle of April. And this is me being a rational Pistons fan, right? Like, number one team in the East. We played great so far this season, but when the playoffs do come, yeah, I expect them to continue. De Silva puts up a three on the left wing. He knocks it down. It's a big-time shot for the Magic. 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Ron Holland has it against the Magic here. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Jenkins left wide open at the top of the key, working a dance on De Silva at the buzzer. He puts up a three. It's off the mark. Pistons take a 6-point lead here over the Magic heading into the fourth quarter. Now, I will say, Pistons losing the first round, yeah, I'm going to be upset. Like, this entire season is built on defense, identity, keeping your core together. And a lot of people are going to say, okay, maybe you should have made the draft or the trade move to go get somebody to help Cade to become a second scorer. And I will admit, like, we don't really have a number two option right now. Is it Tobias? Is it Jalen Duren? Is it somebody off the bench? We're hoping Duncan Robinson can knock down threes from time to time. You're starting to see the development of Asar Thompson grow. But yeah, if they, like 100%, if they lose in the first round, I think Pistons fans and everybody included will be definitely upset for how that transpired. But if they get second round game 7, dare I say Eastern Conference final, like a lot of there's a lot of time left the Pistons have too. So we'll see. 81-75 basketball game, going to a commercial break to start the fourth quarter. Duren's a menace. You saw what happened when Cade got out of the game. He fouled out against the Cavs. Duren took over in that game. Like, he had, 33 points, 16 boards. So it's, you have to be careful because, again, the second you pull that move for 4 or 5 first-round picks for one guy, yeah, now it's game on. Like, I'd be upset if I was a Knicks fan right now. Right? Like, you lost to the Pacers last year. You're trying to get over the hump. The Pistons own you in the regular season. They gave up so much draft capital to get the Villanova boys on the same team, with Hart and Brunson, and went out and got Mikal Bridges. Towns. I mean, there's a lot of pressure in New York. I mean, you can it's a fine line of playing the patience game versus going for it without giving up the entire future as well. So, Duren gives out Dwight Howard vibes. Dwight Howard was a beast in his prime. I don't know if Duren is as good as prime Dwight Howard was, but he's definitely improved over the last couple years. 81-75 basketball game. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Like I said, I appreciate, I get it. It's easy to, even the 3-point struggles tonight. Like, I was, frustrated with that. Like, you're 0 for 15 from the 3-point line. Like, make a freaking shot. I don't think you can also, make the assumption and say, oh, this team's cooked in the playoffs because we don't have 3-point shooting either. I don't think it's a fair case yet because you haven't seen what this team can do in the postseason yet with this core yet. And again, we took a very good Knicks team to Game 6 last year, who nobody thought it was going to get to Game 6 either. Magic put up a 3 on Mo Wagner. He knocks it down. 81-78 basketball game. Appreciate all the Pistons fans tuning in. Shout out to the Magic fan as well. I try to do a little bit of both because I know we got Magic people in here too. Magic could they could upset somebody in the first round. Duren has it back the other way here. Karis LeVert gets it back, working inside here. LeVert cross-court pass to Javonte Green outside to Ron Holland for 3. Off the mark, boarded by Da Silva. Outside of Desmond Bane. Bane with the basketball on the left wing here. Goes to his left against Karis LeVert, puts up a shot off the mark. Now they're going to call a late foul here, I believe, on Karis LeVert. So the Magic are going to go to the free throw line here. The Justice League, Cade's Batman, and everybody else. All right, so Bane's at the free throw line. Knocks down the first free throw. I think it's one, you gotta be critical and not too negative as well. Because when you just say negative things out there, it's like, okay, well, why did you say it? I'm just trying to get inside some of your guys' minds. It's just interesting. Bane knocks down both free throws here. 81-80 basketball game, 11:04 left to play in the fourth quarter. Duren for the Pistons has it, working against Wagner at the top of the key here. Duren working inside here, goes to his right, shot is off the mark, boarded by Da Silva. Da Silva up the mark here to Bane. Bane kicks it across to Carter, wide open for 3. Off the mark, Duren grabs the rebound. Duren has it working against the Magic upside to Ron Holland. Holland has it working against Howard on the left wing. Finds Cade Cunningham against Carter. Cade with the basketball. Pistons up by 1 with 10 minutes left. Finds Duren inside for the layup underneath. Great pass from Cade. Finds Duren underneath. Pistons take a 3-point lead. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys will tuning in. 10:15 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bane puts up a 3, knocks it home. Tie basketball game. Besides JB homeboy, why do we play LeVert? I think it's more so like an experience thing that JB is biased with. Karis LeVert has it, catches it underneath here, puts up Duren. Duren throws it down with authority. In the paint, monster jam for Jalen Duren, 85-83. 9:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. I think it's experience with Karis LeVert, and I think JB kind of values him more so in transition with some scoring potential than some of the other guys on the Pistons bench have. Javonte Green gets it back, finds Ron Holland. Holland goes all the way to the hole. He puts it up and in on the fast break. It's an 87-83 basketball game, and we're going to a commercial break. Magic take a timeout. Make sure I get these timeouts right. Yeah, Magic. Pistons. Okay, Pistons have used 3 timeouts. Magic have used 4. There you go, Mark. That's what I like to see. Good pass from Cade. Good stuff from Ron. Like, it's always better if we try to stay positive and let the game play out. Oh, my goodness. I also appreciate people's opinions, though, if they can back it up with some logic. That's what I also care about as well. Like, I know a lot of you guys, like, tune into the stream and, you know, sometimes you agree with me, disagree with me, and that's totally fine. But as long as you have, like, knowledge with it, you know, I can somewhat get on your level. 87-83 basketball game in a commercial break. Pistons up by 4. Shout out to the Magic, though. Shout out to the Magic viewers tuning in. I mean, we're a Pistons channel, but I appreciate the Magic fans tuning in also. Paulo, I think, is a beast. I think Franz Wagner, when he comes back, it's going to help you guys a ton. Bane, I think, when you get to the postseason, I think he's going to help you guys a lot. And again, I would not want to face the Magic in the first round, whoever they end up facing. Get Karis or Herter out there, or get Sasser or Herter out there for LeVert. Yeah, but I do agree. Sometimes JB's rotations are very questionable. So it's interesting. Toe Life, appreciate you stopping in, buddy. This is a good game. Like, 9:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons up by 4 over the Magic. Pistons, I think, were a 5-point favorite heading into this game. So, good deal. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the chat, guys. 25, 6, and 9 for Cade Cunningham. Jalen Duren's got 16 points, 9 boards. Could potentially see a 20 and 10 night from Duren. Holland, Green, LeVert. Magic making a couple substitutions here. Sasser's super talented. Cade for MVP. And look at SGA's teammates. Look at Jokic's teammates. Look at Cade's teammates. Look at who their number twos are, and look at Cade's number twos. Nothing discrediting from Jalen Duren, but I think the roster construction for offensive talent is better than what Cade has for offensive talent. If it's not Duren, on a consistent night-to-night basis. Well, it's going to be interesting to see, like, because Jokic can't miss, like, another game, and SGA's up there with him. So, God forbid they get injured. If Cade can run away with it, I mean, how do you not vote for the guy that took the worst team in the Eastern Conference to the number one seed in 2 years? Magic put up a 3 off the mark, boarded by Karis LeVert. Back from commercial break. Appreciate you guys will stopping in. 9:14 left to play here. Cade with the basketball, drives against Desmond Bane, puts up a shot. It is good. 6-point basketball game. 89-83 basketball game here. 8:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Carter puts up a shot, misses it, boarded by Jalen Duren. Cade back out here to LeVert. LeVert puts up a mid-range jump shot. It falls. 91-83, 8:43 left to play in the fourth quarter. Magic have it on the right wing here, outside to Carter. Carter finds Howard. Howard goes at Javonte Green, inside to Carter again. Wendell Carter. Carter gets his own rebound, puts up a shot off the mark. Boarded by Javonte Green, upside to Cade. Cade finds LeVert. Stops on a dime, wide open for 3. Off the mark, boarded by the Magic. Magic have it back the other way here. Paolo has it against Cade. It's a backcourt violation. Great defense from Cade. It's going to be Pistons basketball. 91-83, 8 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. Paolo stepped over the line. Good defense from Cade. Pistons are going to get it back. So it looks like we have substitution. Cade's going to step out here, I think. So Cade steps out. Jenkins checks into the game for the Pistons. De Silva enters for Howard. Pistons back the other way here, up 8. Jenkins drives inside, left-handed layup is good. 10-point basketball game. 93-83. 7:55 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Pistons on a 10-0 run. Bane has it for the Magic, working inside here, goes all the way to the hole. He's called for a foul against the Pistons. That's going to be on Ron Holland. Bane's going to go to the free throw line. What's up, Cyrus? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I mean, 100%. Three-point shooting is a concern. But the Pistons, despite them being horrific tonight from the three-point line, they kind of regrouped and found a way to be up by 10 in the fourth quarter. Bane, free throw on the way, is up and in. Yeah, they're going to call a foul on Holland for that. What's up, Fortnite? 7:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Bane knocks down the first free throw. Second free throw on the way. It is up and in. Back to an 8-point game. Like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys will tune into the show. 7:45 left to go. Karis LeVert on the left wing working against Desmond Bane. LeVert has it. Back outside to Tobias Harris. One-on-one against Paolo on the left wing. Tobias looking to back down Paolo. Turnaround shot for Tobias is pure. Uncle T, Tobias Harris, is so good at that turnaround jump shot on the block. 7:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons up by 10. Carter has it, working against Jenkins on the left wing here. Back outside to Silva, inside to Paolo. Backdoor find to Carter. Poked away by Karis LeVert. LeVert with a nice steal here in transition. LeVert goes to his right, puts up a mid-range floater. It's off the mark. Holland's there for the board. Poked away, though, by Bane. Holland tried to poke it again from Bane on the steal. They're going to call a late foul, though, on Ron Holland. The Magic are going to get it back here. 7:03 left to play in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you stopping in, Fortnite. 7:02 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons 95, Magic 85. Got a stoppage in play here, though. Some water on the floor. De Silva looking inbound here to Suggs. What's up, Teal? How you doing, dude? 7 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Suggs has it. Magic haven't made a basket in the last 3 minutes. Paolo kicks it back out to Carter. Finds Suggs inside here. Goes against Duren. Duren, good defense from Jalen Duren. Karis LeVert gets it back here for the Pistons. Upside to Tobias Harris on the left wing against De Silva. Tobias has it. Goes to his right. Working all the way to the hole. Right-handed layup is good. 97-85. I think we have to pay Tobias Harris. 97-85. Pistons go up by 12. Tobias, he's got 21 points, 7 boards. He is up there with Cade with our second leading scorer right now. And Tobias can do that from time to time. And he's a guy that, again, has had some criticism in the postseason, but you're going to need him when you need a basket and especially to space the floor for Cade to work in this offense. We got a commercial break coming up here, guys. 97-85. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Cannot wait until Pistons playoff basketball. That's going to be electric. So if you guys want to be a part of the journey, hit the subscribe button. We pretty much do every single Pistons play-by-play games for the most part, as much as we can, I should say. Cavs play Tuesday night, so I won't be here for that, but I'll be doing a short report for that, and then we got the Spurs next Thursday, so that'll be a good game as well. Yeah, Paolo's got like a million free throws. Do you think KD will come to Detroit? No way. Yeah, KD is, he's great, but Pistons probably aren't going to pursue him. Yeah. 97-85 basketball game. Pistons up by 12. What's up, Dina? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Month and a half away. It's so great. You got March Madness, a couple weeks of that, and then almost right after that, you got Pistons playoff basketball. In a commercial break here, Pistons up by 12 over the Orlando Magic. Again, shout out to the Magic fans tuning in, Pistons fans tuning in. Again, Magic have a solid squad. And I think, again, that first-round matchup, whoever they face off against, I think it's going to be a really good matchup. It could be the Celtics. If they get the 7th seed, it could be the Celtics or the Knicks. But again, like, as much as I respect the Magic, you guys gave up, 3 or 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane? Does that sound like a win-all, win-now move? Right? And they're the 7 seed. It's again, you have to be super careful with just throwing out first-round picks. Because if you do that, you better go far. 97-85 basketball game. Pistons up by 12, and this is despite being horrific from the three-point line tonight. 4 for 28, and you're holding down the fort. Biz, thank you for being here. Appreciate you stopping in. .625 left to play in the fourth quarter. 14-2 run here for the Pistons. Back out to Suggs. Suggs puts up a 3. That's off the mark. Gets his own rebound, though. Drives baseline. Kicks it back out, though, for Carter. Carter with the basketball. Drives inside here. Finds Suggs on the right wing for 3. He knocks down the 3. 9-point game. 97-88 basketball game. 6:02 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jenkins working against Carter at the top of the key. Duren sets the screen. Jenkins rolls off of it. Goes to his left. Tobias looking to help him out here. Finds Duncan Robinson on the left wing. Duncan's really struggled tonight. Jenkins gets it back. Goes to his right. One-on-one against Paolo. Inside left-handed layup is off the mark. Magic get the rebound back here. Suggs on the right wing working against the Pistons. Has it deflected. Off the mark. Duran comes up with the rebound. Jenkins finds Duncan in transition. Goes all the way to the hole. Kicks it back out to Holland. Holland looking to reset here for the Pistons. Upside to Duncan Robinson finds Jenkins on the left wing working against Paolo Banchero. Jenkins has it. Ball in hand. Thought about a three. Kicks it back out to Tobias. Tobias working against Da Silva. Goes to his left. Tobias turnaround shot for Tobias. He buries it. Uncle T putting in the nasty work down below in the paint. 99-88 basketball game. Tobias Harris. Uncle freaking T. Da Silva finds Paolo underneath here working against Ron Holland. Kicks it back out to Da Silva, bothered by Duncan. Poked away by Ron Holland. Tobias comes up with it in transition. Tobias Harris on the right wing finds Duncan Robinson. Duncan looking for the open man. Throws it out of bounds. He wanted to get it off of Da Silva. He had to throw it off his right leg. So it's a good save for the Pistons. Paul Reed and Asar Thompson both checking back into the game for the Pistons. Another situation where Asar Thompson gets subbed in like super late in the fourth quarter. 4:45 left to play in the fourth quarter here. Pistons 99, Magic 88. Right now on the floor for the Pistons, you got Tobias, Duncan, Cade, Asar, Paul Reed. Magic have Paolo, Da Silva, Carter Jr., Bain, and Suggs. Cade with the basketball with 4:40 left to play. Goes to his right, works inside. Shot is off the mark. Asar tried to get the rebound. It's going to be picked up, though, by Da Silva. On a down 11, Magic looking to cut it back down to 9. Paolo puts it back up and in. 9-point basketball game, 99-90. 4:20 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Pistons looking to add some more down the stretch. Cade at the top of the key here finds Tobias Harris, kicks it back out to Duncan Robinson. Duncan finds Tobias Harris. Tobias with the basketball one-on-one, working against Paolo. Stops on a dime, mid-range jump shot off the mark, boarded by the Magic. Magic up to Suggs. Suggs in transition here. Working against Cade. Finds Paolo at the top of the key. Paolo steps on a dime, puts up a three off the mark, boarded by Asar. Asar finds Paul Reed upside to Cade in transition. 3:45 left to play in the fourth quarter. Cade has it, finds Asar Thompson, goes to his left, kicks it back out to Duncan. He puts up a three off the mark, boarded by Paul Reed underneath. Now they're going to say it's a turnover. I think he traveled. So it's going to be a turnover for the Pistons. Magic get it back. 3:33 left to play in regulation, folks. If you guys are new to the stream, like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Welcome to the party, folks. Suggs has it, working against Javonte Green at the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Paolo, one-on-one against Cade. Offside to Carter Jr. Suggs gets it back. They're going to call a foul before the shot, I believe, on the Pistons. So it's going to be Magic basketball underneath. 3:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Javonte Green gets called for that foul. What's going on, Hal? How you doing? Appreciate you stopping in. Magic looking to inbound this pass here. Desmond Bain gets it. On the right wing working against Asar Thompson. Bain kicks it across to Paolo. Finds Suggs. Left open for three. Off the mark. Boarded by Asar. Nobody can make a three-point shot right now down the stretch in the fourth. Asar Thompson has it for the Pistons. At full court here, looking to set up the offense. Cade sets a screen for Asar. Rolls off it. Finds Cade one-on-one against Da Silva at the top of the key. 2:50 left to play in regulation. Cade goes to his right. Turnaround shot for Cade is pure. 101-90. Cade Cunningham. Absolute menace. 2:42 left to play in the fourth quarter. Cade's got 29 points, 10 assists, 6 boards, 2 steals. Paolo with the basketball working against Duncan Robinson at the top of the key here. Finds Suggs. He puts up a three from the corner. That's off the mark. Magic can't make a three. Cade gets it back. Top of the key here, working against Suggs. Paul Reed trying to help him out. Cade goes off of it. They're going to call a foul against Suggs. Magic had a foul to give. It's going to be Pistons basketball on the side. Looking good for the Pistons here. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Welcome to the party, folks. 2:15 left to play in regulation. Pistons 101, Magic 90. Pistons take on the Cavaliers on Tuesday. That's their next matchup. Then they got the Spurs and Wemby on the road next Thursday. Cade with the basketball working against Carter Jr. at the top of the key. 2:05 left to play in the fourth quarter. Cade with the basketball. One-on-one against Carter Jr. Goes to his left inside here. Turnaround shot for Cade is off the mark. Magic get the rebound. Under 2 minutes left to play here in regulation. Paolo has it, working against Javonte Green. Goes to his left inside here. Good defense from Javonte Green. It's going to be last touch by the Pistons. Magic are going to get the basketball. Magic and Pistons were going back and forth to start the fourth quarter, and then the Magic completely lost their rhythm down the stretch. Yeah, Tobias, over 20 points tonight for the Pistons. Asar Thompson gets the missed shot from the Magic. 1:44 left to play in the fourth quarter. Jalen Duren has it, nearly swiped away by Suggs. Asar gets it back, though. Asar working on Bane, upside to Javonte Green on the right wing. Just holding the basketball, trying to milk more time off the clock. 1:30 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pistons look like they're about to wrap this up. Cade with the basketball, goes to his left, working against the Silva, stops on a dime, puts up a 3, shot clock violation, off the mark. It's going to be Magic basketball. Yeah, Isaiah Stewart, the return of him is going to be on Tuesday. This is the last game he's facing for his suspension. 1:22 left to play in the fourth quarter. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys want. It's free. It helps me out a ton. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the show. Paulo goes all the way to the rim. More of the play-by-play commentary guy, but I do try to give some analysis throughout the shows during commercial breaks and halftime. Duncan Robinson finds Javonte Green inside to Asar Thompson, puts up a shot off the mark. Asar's going to go to the free throw line. Foul on the Magic. Good win for the Pistons tonight against a solid Magic team. Pistons, again, despite being horrific from the three-point line tonight, they closed the door. So it was weird because, like, you had good competitive basketball games this week. Asar Thompson knocks down the free throw. Right, you had the Spurs, who you lost to last Monday. Thunder was supposed to be a better competitive game, which it kind of was, but they were missing their 3 best players. And then Friday, we were without Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, but the Pistons still got it done. So Asar Thompson misses the free throw. Magic get it back here. Stolen away by Asar Thompson in the fast break. Slams it home. Good defense from Asar Thompson. Former Defensive Player of the Month for the month of, was it January, right? Tobias Harris picks up the steal. Cade Cunningham in transition. 50 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Working against Desmond Bane. Running out this clock. Magic are not going to foul here. Tobias sets the screen. Cade rolls off it one-on-one against the Silva. Cade looking for the ultimate dagger. Cade tries inside here to Asar for the layup. Pistons up by 14. 30 seconds left to play in regulation. That's going to be all she wrote. Magic put up a shot. It's off the mark. And the Pistons are going to win this basketball game 106-92. Appreciate you guys all tuning into the stream. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Like I said, I appreciate any criticism you guys have of my shows or the team in general. If you guys can back it up with logic, but it's all love. God bless. Love you guys. Thanks again for everything. Great stream tonight. I will see you all on the next Pistons play-by-play live stream. Big shout again to SGA for becoming a member tonight. And yeah, you guys are awesome. God bless. Love you all. I'm your host, Carson, and we will see you all on the next live stream. Adios, amigos. The Pistons won a